And we are coming down in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Getting Sports with Drunk. I'm your hostess, Cupcake the Riddler, and I'm joined by... Nope.
Startled Souls.
Confused the Masker's Mask.
And the Rat of a Red Baron.
Welcome to another episode of Getting Sports with Drunk, live on the PPRN radio network. Last day of February.
Yeah.
Last day of dry February for Mock.
Yeah, what are you going to do? But we're here. Another episode of Getting Sports with Drunk. It'll be our last kind of like whatever-y 3-hour show. Got some changes. Next week we're going to do our big, talked about it previously, we're going to do our big like NFL off-season simulator show where Kendall will assume the roles of many faces as he is many faces.
Yes.
And we'll assume the role of president of our respective NFL franchises. So that'll be fun. And
General manager.
General manager, no, not general manager, because you can fire and hire your general manager.
Right.
It's like president. Like you're somebody that can only be hired or fired by the owner.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, but we'll get into that next week, and then moving from there, after that, we're gonna change format into a more loaded 2-hour format. So we're gonna go, instead of doing 8-ish to 11-ish, we're gonna do 8-ish to 10-ish. Try to be more on spot with the 8 to 10 exactly. But we're gonna, our 3-hour format. You guys don't hear the breaks when this is
All said and done.
But we take breaks and sometimes they vary and whatever. So our 3-hour shows are really 2.5, whatever you call it. But we're gonna try to be as close to 2 hours as possible. So, but it's gonna result in more content, better content, and more Kyle.
Yeah.
More me.
That's what everyone really wants anyway.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying, dude. You guys are just the puppets in the show.
We are the puppets in the show. So
God
yeah.
Damn it, Reese.
So this week we're gonna kind of do just kind of some Bolshevik type things. Just talk about randomness. I do have a draft that we can do in like the 3rd-ish hour. Kind of similar to the ones we've done in the past, where we do the one that Kyle likes. The one where you like spin the wheel and you have to pick from the team.
Teams, yep.
Yeah. Something like that. Something like that, but like not like that. You know what I mean? Like
hybrid.
Yeah.
Oh, hi guys.
Sheen washable.
Delay over there.
Yeah. He didn't say nope this time. It's growing on him like a fungus in a washing machine.
Didn't know we started.
So it was kind of like a prank on Massey and Kyle, because I didn't say anything the whole time I was sitting here, and you weren't on yet. So Kendall was like, "Oh, we're just going to start without him," and they were both like, "Oh, okay. Did they say it was okay? Did we ask permission?" And then Kendall just kind of started the show, and then I just did the intro, and they were just like, "What the fuck?"
So all we needed is for Kendall to wake up early. Is that what I've been waiting for the last 6 years?
Oh, no. You misunderstood. We're just taking a break and we're going again like at 2 a.m.
Right.
Just kind of bookending it.
I think instead what we should do is we should record the show when you guys wake up.
Right. Get out of bed, just jump right on.
Yeah. So...
We're gonna Howard Stern it.
Starting lineups. Reader, what do you got?
From the Souls Collection,
Oh, how shocking.
I have Cosmic Paradise from Sloop Brewing.
Such a dick. It's so funny.
Brewed and canned by Sloop Brewing, Hopewell Junction, New York, and Hampton, New Hampshire. 7% alcohol by volume.
Nice. Mass?
Currently nothing, but I might actually dip into something later.
Yeah, I've heard that 40 times. Souls?
Oh, from the Souls Collection.
What is...
I'm not a cheap fuck. I'm drinking Green Island Tropical IPA again.
I mean, are you technically considered a cheap fuck if it's bought with your fiance's credit card?
No, I bought it with my money.
It was his allowance.
Thank you, Mock.
Mock, you drinking anything?
I have a Christmas-themed Budweiser.
Gross.
You know,
2017.
I saw the beer in his fridge last time I was there.
It was a while ago.
Massey, make sure you introduce whatever it is you dive into later.
Okay.
I'm drinking in continuation with the 50 beers from 50 states in 52 weeks. Asterisk 47 weeks. I decided to go. I stopped at a store that their craft beer selection from a cold standpoint was only local beer. Every other craft beer they had, if it wasn't brewed in Connecticut, wasn't cold. They didn't have a single cold craft beer. Like, not even Goose Island IPA. It was warm. It was weird. So I decided to get a Connecticut brewery that I don't think we've had on the show before. It is... Where is it? I had it here, sorry. Oh, Abomination Brewing out of North Haven.
I don't think so.
So I'm drinking the Old Ghoulish American Lager. Something different.
Yeah, it's cool can art in there.
Shut the fuck up.
You know, I just want to make some commentary, you know.
I just want to be rude.
Kyle, this is a pretty cool camera angle you got going on here.
Thanks, man. What are you looking at?
I don't know, to be honest.
I think it's the
Pretty
tower of your computer. I see a
It looks
disk
like a
drive.
standing up Xbox.
No, it's a PC tab.
Got a
Leave it to fucking Massey. He's gonna break into my computer later.
Is that an HP or a Dell?
HP, man. HP.
Nice.
I gotta get a
Kyle
rip.
Kyle can't even spell HP.
HP. Come at me.
I think there's a
bro.
hyphen in there.
That's pretty.
No hyphen. No hyphen.
Toast of Excellence?
I have one, and
I'd hope so.
I have this reputation of doing some pretty terrible ones, and those usually include the apparel that teams wear. So in 2023, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be adopting their creamsicle uniforms again. So,
Which is just terrible.
All right, so we know Mock's answer. What does everybody else feel about them?
I like them.
I don't have an opinion on them in terms of like
Aesthetic?
yeah, like I don't have like a like or dislike for them from an aesthetic standpoint, but it is a nice throwback to like childhood because those were the jerseys they wore when we were kids.
I love them. They're so bad.
I think the thing I like about them like is that they're different though. Like that's the thing. I mean, I know different isn't always good, but like in the NFL, it's just so blah. You know, it's like you've kind of gotten to the point where like you know, not everybody. You know, like it seems like the Eagles who have a very Eagles, Dolphins who have like a very unique color scheme, but it's just kind of this. You know, you get used to it. And so you got to kind of like mix it up every once in a while.
I think part of the reputation is a little skewed too, because the Bucks were bad for a while wearing those uniforms.
No, I don't think anyone bases their opinion on the way a jersey looks versus how good they played in them.
Yeah,
Because if that was the case, the Bumblebee jerseys would be like more popular.
I like the Bumblebee jersey.
They're terrible.
But
Better than the Giants red.
There's
That's true.
That's not an argument.
I feel like the Giants red jerseys are like the things that like high school teams wear during practice.
Yeah.
The pennies. So they're
Do you
called
agree, though,
pennies.
Mock?
But
They're both equally as bad.
The one's worse.
The Steelers one is worse.
No, not even close.
I don't know. I just think it's like you see a lot of teams like the Dolphins. Like I mean, like the teal from the Dolphins before they had the logo change was a little bit darker shade of teal.
Mhm.
But like you know, they just kind of like they wear the uniforms and then they slap the old logo on the helmet every once in a while. You know, you see that with teams, or like you see like the Rams for some reason like to just bust out different parts of different era uniforms and wear them all together. And it's
These are
like,
the
hey,
socks.
we're gonna wear our 2000s jerseys with our 1980s pants, and we're gonna go ahead and wear the cups that the 1950s players wore, and then we're gonna wear our 2018 helmets. So it's like it's nice to have like a difference in terms of like a just complete color shift every once in a while, because they tried to do it with the color rush jerseys, and in my opinion, we talked about it on the show. In my opinion, they failed. The color rush jerseys, no team. There's no team in the NFL that should have been wearing black or all black or all white. Just shouldn't have happened.
I agree.
I think it'd be a fun game to watch if they all wore all black.
I've done that in Madden a lot.
Just both teams.
What's really frustrating is
Get a couple of quarterbacks that like throwing picks. Get like Jameis Winston and somebody else. Had nothing off the top of my head.
Jay Cutler.
There you go. Get them out there. Same helmets, same jerseys.
Let it rip.
They probably play better.
And I think on top of it, you have to let Evan Ingram be the leading receiver on both teams.
I think naturally him and like Deontay Johnson.
Odell's backup.
Scrotic.
Mock, do you have a toast of excellence?
If you come back to me.
Souls?
My toast of excellence is to hopefully baseball being back.
So your toast of excellence is non-existent?
Yeah, correct.
How about a real toast of excellence? You have all week to prepare these.
Yeah,
It's literally just something that had to have happened. Like, at all. It doesn't even have to be sports.
It's like the one thing that I forget about.
It's not. It's not the one thing, Kyle. I bet you if it was clippable in the coupon ad, you'd remember it.
All right, I got you guys. My toast of excellence is to the Raiders and the Jaguars playing in the Hall of Fame game.
There you go, Kyle.
Because that's going to be great.
I got tickets.
Mazzy?
Toast of excellence outside of sport.
Doesn't have to be outside of sports.
You went right for it.
If you already have it prepared, that's fine. I'm not saying you have to have it outside of sports.
Oh no, I know. But I saw this come out and it's become a rallying cry for Ukraine. It was the guys on Snake Island. They balled. And then in sports, one of the funnier, pettier posts that I've seen is toast to James Harden for breaking Ben Simmons' 3-point record.
Guys,
I thought
Pretty funny.
the guy's a cancer.
well, that's that.
My toast is to the New Orleans Pelicans smoking the Lakers last night.
Boo.
Kyle.
Yeah,
Too much background noise, man.
I know.
So
I know.
Go back to your closet.
Mock, you got one? Oh, you had your did yours. John Daly. Mine said John Daly. I was looking through
Awesome.
ridiculous stats. So John Daly went to the University of Arkansas, where he holds the collegiate record. I found this out. He holds the collegiate record to this day still for lowest score on a 9-hole round of golf, where he shot a 31, and it was a par 42.
holy shit.
And he shot a 31. But he also holds another University of Arkansas record that is still held up to this date.
What do we got?
Most points after touchdown kicked, 10. He was a place kicker for the football team
Wow.
when he was in college. And he kicked 10 extra points in one game.
Holy
But that was
shit.
pretty cool.
What is that? 10 touchdowns times 7, 70. Holy shit.
It's college football. It's not right.
But, yeah. People score 70 on the reg there.
Not back when he was kicking.
Well, when they're facing Appalachian State.
Appalachian State wasn't a school when he went there.
We don't know that.
Wikipedia can
Correction.
tell us.
You don't know that, Kyle.
Yeah, I know.
All right, toast. Deliciousness. All right, so we'll kind of just do some like hot round table type stuff. If anyone has anything they want to talk about, I got something to lead it off with. While you guys ponder anything you want to talk about. And I would like to state before I go into this that this isn't a bias thing. It's more so just an opinion, not a hatred.
Right.
I wrote it down in a sentence, 2 sentences. Sorry. Aaron Rodgers' continuation to play games with the front office of the Green Bay Packers during the offseason is prolonging Devontae Adams from securing a major bag. Should the wide receiver want to continue his career away from Rodgers and the stress? So this comes off of news of the Packers, it's all rumors, and there's nothing being set in stone. But like, there's rumors that the Green Bay Packers are willing to let Davante Adams kind of explore free agency. And Kyle, you got to either move or mute your mic, man. This comes off of the heels of hearing like a rumor of that the Packers are considering letting Davante Adams test free agency. Obviously, that's a rumor. We'll know kind of like what the deal is by next Tuesday, because next Tuesday is the deadline to franchise tag players. So, if he's not franchise tagged, I'd have to imagine that he's going to test the waters at that point. So the likeliness of getting a deal done and that window is minimal. We very rarely see that succeed in the past. So yeah, I just with he's a free agent this year, but you often see big profile players sign those big extensions the year before their free agency window. So last year there was a mega amount of uncertainty around Aaron Rodgers' future as a Green Bay Packer. Going into this offseason and continuing so far into this offseason, there's been uncertainty about Aaron Rodgers' future as a Green Bay Packer and football, however you want to address it. I'm of the camp that if the Green Bay Packers are going to play the rest of their football, the next few years of football without Aaron Rodgers, even if they trade away the salary, they're still probably going to have to eat some of it because of how massive the deal is. But you're putting yourself in a bind where it's like, yes, we can secure Adams, but we could also just kind of start over. And they're in a bit of a pickle because outside of franchise tagging and trading, they kind of have their hands tied with Davante Adams. But I feel like if Aaron Rodgers was just like, I'm here for the long haul, none of this was happening, Davante Adams' contract is already inked. I feel like that's done before the season even started this past year. So,
what's their cap situation? Aren't they way over?
They're way over, but that doesn't mean anything.
They are in a position where a lot of restructures and contract negotiations could get them right back into the green pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's the NFL. The Green Bay Packers have an endless supply of money. Plus, they're a public organization, so they have stock traders' money. So it's
they sold more stocks.
Right. It's just like the money aspect. That's why like when we do our thing next week, we're not going to include restructuring of contracts and things like that because the money supply is relatively endless when you have most of these NFL franchises' wallets. So. But yeah, so going back to it, like in my opinion, if Aaron Rodgers is not playing games and not uncertain about his future as a Green Bay Packer, et cetera, Davante Adams is already inked to another like 4-year deal for or whatever this past offseason. Like it's already done. It's already in the works. This offseason, all we're talking about is how many touchdowns is Davante Adams going to catch next year, not where is he going to play. So do you think that so basically the question is, do you think that Davante Adams should want to move on from Aaron Rodgers, regardless of it being, an elite quarterback, future Hall of Famer, blah, blah, blah? Should he want to kind of move on from Aaron Rodgers to kind of just go get that bag somewhere else? And because he's going to be 30 this coming December, and wide receivers don't have the biggest, the best track record of how they play after getting paid huge contracts. He probably only has one big contract left in him because you figure wherever he signs, probably going to sign his big contract's probably going to be 3-4 year deal. By the time it's done, he'll be going on 34, 35.
Twilight of a career, most likely.
Right, exactly. Like then he'll kind of just be a part of a team at that point, So this is kind of his last chance to get that major bag. Franchise tagging extends it another year. We've seen it happen. Players franchise tag, have a poor year, get hurt, whatever. It affects the future. So, should he want to just be done with the Green Bay Packers organization altogether and just move on and go get that bag elsewhere? Even if he's franchise tagged, should he kind of want to be? Should he just be like, get me out of here? It's open for discussion.
I could definitely see. I got to imagine he's not going to go to Jacksonville. I think he's going to want a team with a quarterback that can get him the ball.
Right,
I could definitely see him,
and that's assuming that's the free
on.
That's the free agency portion of it. If he's franchise tagged and traded, he doesn't really have as much of a say. But yeah, but like we said, money is really not an issue. Any NFL team can find the cap to sign someone like Davante Adams. Anybody can make it happen. Name any NFL team, I can find 2 receivers on it that you'll cut to make room for Davante Adams.
Yeah, I kind of think he'd be in the position to walk and get that paycheck one more time. I've noticed that just kind of in general, like when sports news comes out, it's like 51% true. Like you'll see something, oh, so and so is going to be doing something, and like we saw it with the whole Tom Brady saga, Peyton Manning. It didn't really happen with the Russell Wilson at the trade deadline this year. So I mean that is the contrarian to that. But it seems like Rodgers is kind of in an odd place right now. In general, he's kind of been a bizarre person. I think there's not really a lot holding on Adams that is to Rodgers other than he'd be playing with his pal.
Because Rodgers has 2 more years left on his Packers deal, and I think he's got 2 more years on it.
Is it 2 years? It's either 1 or 2. I can't remember. That's why I'm asking.
I think it's 2 years.
I'll look it up. Hold on. Aaron Rodgers would help if it would load. Aaron Rodgers, he has a potential out now. He's technically got 2 years left, but 2023 is a player option. So it's guaranteed 1 year left with a potential for a second year. Where but he's already kind of come out and said he wants a $50 million deal for his next deal. He wants more big money. But in my opinion, I don't think Aaron Rodgers plays anywhere but Green Bay. I don't think he ever plays a snap of football in any other uniform for his career. But with the exception of making it to the Super Bowl next year, who's to say Aaron Rodgers isn't going to pull this again next year?
Right.
And, Davante Adams has established himself as a premier wide receiver in the NFL. There's the questions, what is he without Aaron Rodgers? And, okay, whatever. But, but he's established himself as a premier wide receiver that can still play for, 4 or 5 more years. And it's weird, you don't really talk about this when you talk about teams that consistently win divisions and make playoff runs, but, what's is there even a window for Green Bay? They're kind of just it's almost like everybody else has a window and they're kind of playing in front of a mirror. It's just like the illusion that we can win the Super Bowl and it just doesn't happen.
It's just like Groundhog Day for them.
Right. Every year is just to make it to the playoffs and then lose. Whereas other teams have up and down performances. So, Kyle, do you care to weigh in, or Massey?
I see Davante Adams leaving. And even if it's via trade or via free agency, but I just don't think the Packers want to pay all that money to keep him because they're already so much in debt anyways.
Massey, you have anything you want to add?
I think he leaves. But one that's like a fringe kind of one.
No, we didn't catch anything you said. You cut out.
Like anything?
We heard that you said he's going to leave.
He's going to leave. He's going to go to a contender. But those fringe contenders, not one thing away from it, but if we can get into the wild card, we can make a run.
Your audio's out, man. That's right. I kind of got the gist of what you're saying, like a fringe contender. I heard that part. So,
Vegas.
Yeah, like
a Vegas.
Yeah, like a team that's kind of
So, I think at this point he's at the point where it's Rodgers is only going to do this a year, maybe 2 more. I'll go somewhere and actually be somewhere I can stay, where it's not going to be the train wreck that it is when he leaves. I think he's jumping ship to catch the wave rather than riding this one till it crashes. If that makes sense.
Right, and like I said, we'll have more to discuss 2 weeks from now when the free agency tag is come and gone. And until then, really, it's not his decision. If he, because we saw it with Le'Veon Bell, we saw it with other players. It doesn't matter what you want to do. If you're tagged, it's your future is sealed for at least a year. Mm-hmm. Do we think that there's going to be a more domino effect in terms of personnel change in the starting lineups from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers now that Ali Marpet has retired after losing Tom Brady?
I think you're going to see people want to leave. if they're going to want to get paid, or go somewhere else. But honestly, without Tom Brady, I see Tampa as like a 9-8 team.
I mean, I agree with you. It depends what they do, and we're kind of waiting for the new league year to start. But if they just decide, hey, we're gonna draft somebody, then I could see, especially older players, moving on. But if they make a trade for, a somewhat established quarterback that can be the bridge, that could change some minds. It depends on the route they go. And at least as of yet, we don't know what they're going to do.
I kind of see that, and I agree with what Kyle said to a certain point. I think Brady was kind of a draw for a lot of these players, but they cashed out. They won their ring. There's not really a lot for those guys to hang around for. I mean, I think certain guys who could still get paid will try to do so. Some people maybe just. I think there's a lot of players that they play in a place like Tampa Bay. It's really, really nice, most of the year. And I don't want to leave that. I got my money. I got a nice place to live. So who cares?
No taxes.
Yeah.
No income tax.
So I mean that's definitely a plus for a lot of players. So I think that there's gonna be some guys who are complacent. Maybe a lot of the older players, but there's some young guys on that team that could probably be paid big dividends somewhere else. I don't know when was it Winfield Jr. I mean, he's in his third year.
This is gonna be a third.
Third. I mean, when his rookie deal is up, I mean, he may get, depending on how well he plays, he might get a big deal somewhere.
Well, look at it this way too. Last year they brought back all 22 starters, and they have Godwin a free agent, Ryan Jensen a free agent, Carlton Davis, and I'm sure there's a few others. They can't afford all these guys because you're already paying big money to your linebackers. I mean, I guess LA opens up a little more money in the books, but there's only so much money that they have.
It opens up $10 million.
Do we know what they were at before?
No, doesn't really matter. $10 million's chump change for the NFL. All right.
So it's just
going into March 1st, which we all know it to be March Madness, we're poised for the most exciting March Madness bracket that's ever been witnessed in history. Following the heels of Upset Saturday, which I don't know if anybody saw that, but it was the first since the AP poll. I'll read you this tweet. Since the AP poll began in the 1948-1949 season, there have been 1,796 days where at least one of the top 5 teams lost, 296 where 2 of them have lost, 38 where 3 lost, and 3 where 4 lost, but there was only one day where all 5 lost, and it was this last Saturday. And it extended to the top 6. All the 6 teams in the top 8, the AP ranking, all 6 of them lost. They all lost road games to relatively good opponents. I think they all lost to top 25 AP guys. Kentucky lost to Arkansas, Kansas to Baylor. Purdue lost to unranked Michigan State. Auburn to Tennessee, Arizona to Colorado. And then number 1 seed Gonzaga lost to number 23 St. Mary's. And I believe number 9 seed Texas Tech also lost. So the reason I state that there is Kyle, it's the Power 5, right?
Yeah.
The five big conferences.
Yeah.
So in the Power 5, the 5 big conferences, there is no undefeated team, which doesn't happen.
Yeah,
that just doesn't happen. There's no undefeated team. I think it's actually, if you extend it to 6 and include the Big East into it, there's no undefeated team. The closest thing to an undefeated team would be Georgetown being winless, because they're just a flip of the record away.
They're 6-22,
but they haven't won a single game in the Big East.
No, I know. I'm just talking to myself.
Well, that's a terrible time to do it when we're on a radio show, man.
Yeah, they lost 18 straight.
So I think it's poising up to be. I know we don't really cover college basketball or college sports in general on this, but it's poising to be one of the best brackets we've seen because there's no clear winner. It's kind of the first time where you can make a pick going into it. I think the 2 probably hottest picks would be Gonzaga at number 1, and then Baylor because they kind of just produce NCAA starters out of their assholes. But I could see, looking at the college basketball rankings, looking at how they've played, having watched some games this year, I could see any of the top 20 teams winning it and wouldn't be surprised in the slightest. Plus, it adds an extra element of fun to it because we have a chance for a fairy tale story.
Definitely going to happen.
Coach K is retiring after 42 seasons.
It's crazy.
He's not even he's not even the most tenured basketball coach in the college. He's coached I think the coach of Syracuse is like 5 years longer.
Jim Boeheim.
The coach of Syracuse, Kyle, stop. Is anybody else like mad that Kyle's like talking like he fucking analyzes college basketball right now?
I watch it.
No, you don't. You don't watch it, Kyle. You look at what ESPN has to offer.
Yep.
Coach
No, I
Boeheim,
do.
though, so he's been coaching there for like 40-something years. Before that, he was an assistant coach. And then right before he was an assistant coach, he played all 4 years there. He's pretty much lived at Syracuse for about 60 years. So, yeah. But that's the other thing that kind of there's a potential for a fairy tale ending. Coach K could, they're definitely like an outside looking in team. I think they're the 8 seed right now, or 4 seed, something like that. But I mean, Duke wins it. It's like the perfect ending to his career. So who knows? I think it's gonna be fun. I definitely, this is definitely the year to that there'll be if anybody can win the Selection Sunday or the bracket after Selection Sunday. This is the year that you really know your sports if you win it, and are very good at guessing.
Hey, Massey, who's your favorite college basketball team?
Nobody on the show has a favorite college basketball team, Kyle.
Yeah.
Well, I need him to choose one, because they're gonna win.
Oh.
I mean, I do have one that I root for in every tournament. I have them win every year, and they never do.
Yeah, they're probably not gonna be in it this year, Mark.
Is it Gonzaga?
No, it's
No.
Wichita State.
Wichita State, baby.
Mark love the Shockers.
Listen, every time they make the tournament, they make a little noise and then get shown.
They get to the Sweet 16 and lose by 30.
And that's
Thank
what
you
it's
for
all
saying
about.
the same thing I just said.
I was clarifying it for them.
Is Villanova any good?
They're average.
Aren't they top 25?
They're about to
Yeah.
win a national title. Or at least play for one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to go with that.
Ah, Massey, you would like Villanova.
I don't know. I was just like,
He's
Don't you
he's
UConn?
currently buying a Nova shirt.
Right.
Except his is going to say Villa.
Hashtag Villa.
You know,
all
it's
right.
always funny in Madden when you simulate a fantasy draft to do a season, and they just draft you a really bad team.
Yeah, who's
I
your
love
quarterback?
that. Ryan Tannehill.
You love him.
I do not.
You like mediocre quarterbacks.
That's all I got for
I like-
topics. If anybody else wants to
I
throw
like
one out,
bad ones.
I got something.
do you?
I do. We're kind of at an interesting crossroads as far as television goes for sports, where there's going to be some moving around of commentators, and I was curious if you guys could have an ideal crew. What would you like if the way things are kind of shaking up? People were to move around. Who would you guys like to see kind of paired up? Or if you'd be sad to see stuff change. Just any thoughts?
Tony Romo, Chris Collinsworth.
God damn it.
So who's doing play-by-play?
They both are.
Dude, that's going to be
They're
a
both
mess.
just going to talk about players the whole time.
Right, there's going to be no updates on the score or anything. You're just going to be talking
Tony's
shop.
gonna do play-by-play, and Collinsworth will talk about players.
Tony Romo's doing play-by-play?
Yeah.
I'll never watch a game.
Listen, he wouldn't get through whatever's happening.
I would give up football before I'd watch that. I wouldn't even entertain it to see how bad it is.
I would take Joe Buck, Aaron Andrews, and
And who?
Chris Collins.
If you and Kyle could just combine your microphones, it would either be
Imagine Joe
really
Buck
bad.
and Chris Collinsworth. Oh,
Joe Buck is really growing on me lately, and I don't know why.
He's not
It's
bad.
because you don't. It's because you don't watch postseason baseball.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, guy comes out of the woodwork every year to call some postseason games.
Call the fucking World Series. It's fucking bullshit. All because Fox just spent too much money on him.
Well, it's
that
interesting.
guy's in the Football Hall of Fame.
See, I don't know who I would want for color commentary because I'm not a huge fan of Collinsworth, but the dude knows his shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know who I'd pick.
So it's got to be a shakeup.
Yeah, I mean, well, we don't know. Like, Al Michaels may or may not retire. He may go
All right,
do
I'm
some.
going-
Oh, he's not retiring. He already said he's not.
I'm going Chris Collinsworth and Pat Summerall. You didn't say they have to be active.
Well, you
I was
call.
like, can we bring back Madden?
I think they have to be alive.
Well, hang on. We didn't say that.
That's true.
I mean, what would be hilarious? I heard this kind of as like speculation. Now, imagine if Joe Buck also leaves Fox and just pairs up with Troy elsewhere.
That'd be very funny.
Just a big middle finger to Fox.
I just threw another bad pick.
I don't know who I would really pick.
I mean,
Mel Kiper and
Terrible.
Kiper. That guy makes a lot of wagers on draft night and doesn't live up to any of them. So he's like, if this guy goes 1, I'll eat this notebook.
All right, I'm eating it.
Joe Buck and John Gruden.
John Gruden gets another shot on the big screen.
All right, now what's the worst combination you can come up with?
Whoever's doing Monday Night Football.
Which would be Gruden and Romo.
Doesn't matter who's doing it. It's been a terrible product for the past 80 years.
Has it never been good?
No, it was good.
Well, it's so crazy.
John Madden used to do it.
Yeah.
Um,
But I mean, like the past 10 years has been so bad. I mean, even when it was
Bubba McFarland, Jason Witten, worst of all time.
There would just be no talking.
I did enjoy the Booger Mobile on the sideline, though.
no, you didn't.
no,
That
actually.
was so ridiculous.
So again, does it have to be a shakeup, or can I name a standing duo?
It'd be a standing duo.
The fucking Manning cast thing. The thing is terrible.
Well, you know what's
I
crazy?
disagree.
It's just like, hey, do you want to watch a reality show and Monday Night Football at the same time? Well, welcome to Real Road Rules on Monday Night Football.
So, like, because of that,
Like, just make it an ESPN segment. That's what they should do. Just give them an ESPN show. Give them an hour where they bring in guests to talk about whatever, casually like correlate it back to football at some point. But that's what it is. It's not part of the football game. It's so annoying. I don't watch Monday Night Football because I hate it. Was it Monday night or Sunday night that they do it?
Monday.
Monday night.
But because of those guys, there's other networks already talking about offering different, like for me, look, is it fun on paper? Yes. But I'm
give
never
it
going to watch it. If
2 years before Red Zone is the more tolerable option than watching a game on a network. Red Zone will be more fun.
I mean, personally, I like the Manning cat. I like how it's set up and they bring the people on.
Yeah, but you're biased.
I think it. But I mean, it's still better than the ESPN crew. I mean, it's more fun to watch than that trash.
Would you like it if it was Tony Romo and Tom Brady?
I mean, I watch games where Tony Romo announces.
But if it was Tony Romo and Tom Brady every Monday night, would you still like it?
If it was an entertaining thing to watch, I don't see why not.
Well, I mean, Tom Brady had 21 entertaining seasons, and you hated all of those.
They weren't all entertaining.
They were all entertaining.
Not the one where he hurt.
2008 was the best.
That's not.
And that's why Saquon Barkley's tearing his ACL again this year.
Oh, stop.
I came up with the last 14 topics. I'm done. Anybody else? This is dating back to last week.
This is true.
I wanted to talk about Super Bowl last week. We talked about that. That was me.
That wasn't a topic.
what?
That was old news at that point.
Listen, it's not my fault.
It is your fault.
Why is it my fault?
Because you could have done an emergency podcast. Could have.
Yeah, I don't know what you just said.
I said, but the next day was Valentine's Day.
Mm.
Massey, you phoned into the podcast from a tub on your honeymoon. You think I'm buying that?
That's true.
With us in a plastic bag.
All right, in my defense, I'd been joked about in the bathtub too many times. I needed to do it.
I mean, that wasn't like a group joke. I think Mike Mock just wanted to see you in the tub.
He is my BFF.
About damn time you started liking it. Anyways, what about Derek Jeter stepping down? You guys give a shit?
Not really.
I mean, it doesn't end his career in baseball if he doesn't want it to, but I think it's pretty funny that just once again we just see another elite all-time player come in and just be so bad at anything not playing. Guy was
I mean,
4% of a 4% owner of the worst record in the National League during his 4 years there. I mean, it's not his fault.
Like the GM.
He was the baseball operations, head of baseball operations.
So, but what does that mean? Like, honestly, what does that mean?
He does all like.
Isn't he in charge? You're in charge of like personnel, like stuff that like the kind of like the joint business aspect as well as like day-to-day stuff that like a professional sports team does.
He was present for all the trades that the Marlins made.
I know, but that's what I mean. Like, was he the one making them, or just he?
He was part of the accepting process.
Okay, that's honestly, like, I never really knew what his like job was there.
They made some nice acquisitions, but they blew up a team that could have been nasty.
He's basically the buffer between management and ownership. Ownership wants to make a decision. They run it through him. He balances it out to what the management would want, and then they kind of agree. Like on player personnel, positions, coaching staff, things like that. They go, hey, we want to do this. And the manager goes, well, I want to do this. And then Derek Jeter goes, let's meet in the middle. That's basically what it is. It's a position that's been made up over the past like 30 years.
Right. It's a way that they could get him involved. You're like, oh, I know what you can do.
Right. It's like being a assistant play caller in the NFL. Like, hey, we have a coach and an offensive coordinator, but we need one more guy.
We want to get one more guy in there saying what he thinks.
All right, real quick. Hey, what punt should we run?
All right, left. Should we create a wager? Which one is going to last longer, the XFL or USFL?
Are they both a thing still?
Oh, they are.
The USFL just had their draft.
I thought it was just the USFL. I didn't think
the XFL will last longer because The Rock has more money. And pretty much.
And they partner with the NFL.
That has nothing to do with it. It's just, I mean, they partner with them from a standpoint of like, hey, can we use you guys as guinea pigs to try out rules? And that's not gonna keep them in business. Like, oh man, we're gonna be the guys that get to do punts from our own 30 this year. They have to keep us around.
Well, keep in mind, I mean, the XFL when it came back was doing well until COVID.
It did really well its first week, and it really rapidly declined week after week. It really wasn't like. The numbers were real good in the beginning, and then people didn't. I mean, it'll do well again its first season, but I mean, their star player the last time they tried to do this was Landry Jones. That was the face of the league, was Landry Jones. And granted, yes, a new face would have probably emerged after a couple of years, someone that turned out to be really good. But the problem with that, it's like the G League. It's like, I mean, the G League is like. Baseball farm systems and hockey farm systems are like the only successful ones because like the G League is kind of like a farm system, but at the end of the day, it's not really because it's if the XFL you get someone who's really good, they're not going to be there. So it's like, oh hey, this is the face of our league. Oh, never mind, he's with that team. Bye. It's like the XFL is like the one and done rule for college basketball. It's the dumbest rule. It's probably the dumbest rule in all sports. The one and done rule is probably the dumbest rule in all sports. That and arbitration. Those two things. They go hand in hand in peak dumb. Because the one and done thing, it's just so stupid. It's so stupid.
It never made much sense to me.
It was a ploy. The Sean Livingston thing. It was Sean Livingston. That's the reason they put it back into effect. Because Sean Livingston came out, he was geared to be this LeBron James type-esque player, and then tore pretty much everything connecting his knee to the rest of his leg. And had he not been able to go back to play basketball, he would have had no formal education to fall back on.
Mm-hmm.
He would have had a GED, but I mean, you think college players don't give a shit about athletics or academics. High school players don't even, they pretty much just need a C- average to play. There's not a whole lot of high school basketball players coming in at 4.0 GPAs. Every once in a while you get an Emeka Okafor. But for the most part, they're Steven Jacksons.
You just ask any of their coaches.
Yeah, I know how to do two things. Put a ball in a hoop and fucking fight you. The metal world pieces. I mean, I don't know. It's like, especially now with the whole G League thing where it's like players can come out of high school and just go straight into the G League. Like that's what, what's-his-face's son did or is doing. Did? Kyle, is he playing in the G League?
Who are we talking about?
Wade's son? Is he in the G League now or is that what he's doing after he graduates?
He's not in there now.
All right, so that's what he's going to... He's not going to college. He's going to go to the G League and basically use it as college, where he's going to go to the G League, get paid some money, craft his skills.
They hadn't really proved that works right now.
I mean, no, but it's like anything else. It needs to get legs underneath it. I mean, like if Wade's son goes in, does it, plays for a year in the G League, makes money, and then goes into the NBA. It's 30% of the more players in the high school realm are going to start doing that.
It just takes one to make a trend.
Exactly. It just takes one guy that's like a name to do something. You know, it's like if it all started the year that like Zion and John Morant and all them went to college. If John Morant was like, hey, I'm going to go to the G League instead of, and then now we're looking at the John Morant that's in the league now. There would be hundreds of players trying to go to the G League after high school. It's just going to take one is all it's going to take. And the only thing holding it back is that college players can make money off their name now. If the college players...
That was the big changer.
Which I still don't agree with. I don't think they should be allowed to make money off themselves in college.
I'm kind of on the fence myself. You know, you think of how many college athletes there are, and the percentage of people who are going to monetize on this versus the ones that aren't. It's just like,
well, they're already monetizing on it. They were already monetizing on it, which was the thing. Like that's the thing that bugs me. It's like I get it. You know, I get why people are like, oh, like, you know, the school's making all this money off of me and blah blah blah. And it's like, okay, well, if you didn't choose to do this, you know, because you wanted to go to the NBA, but you know, if you chose that you wanted to get an education, you would have a full year or full ride scholarship to a premium college for free. You would have all your meals paid for. You would pretty much be clothed because they give you so much shit. And every college gives perks. So it's like you get room and board because it's like UConn, for example. UConn, if you're out of state coming here, I think it's something like the $29,000 a year if you come here from out of state or something like that, or maybe even more. I haven't checked in a long time, but so if you come from Arkansas and you're a really good basketball player and you come to sign on to the men's UConn team and you choose, oh, I'm going to play here for 4 years, like, okay, you just got a $120,000 education for free, barring nothing else. Forget everything else, even meals, clothes, the free transportation to and from home, all that jazz, whatever. Forget all of that. Even if it's just a school, $120,000 education free. I could think of a lot of people that do way more important things that would, you know, like to have a $120,000 education for free. It's just, for me, it was just like I get it. Like they're making, you know, like they can make money off of their. Why can't they make money off their name if the school is making money off their name? But you're getting something.
I'm in the camp that the school shouldn't pay the players. I don't think the school should be out signing and like giving money to the players. But I mean, if a player goes out and signs an endorsement deal, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Especially in the fact that say if you're one of these big names athletes and you get hurt and then lose your scholarship, if you weren't able to make any money, I mean, your whole plan is gone.
Yeah, but if you get hurt and you lose your scholarship, you would lose your endorsement, so you don't make anything anyway.
But you've already been paid.
But on the flip side, you've already gotten. But it's the same thing. If you play 1 year and you get hurt and you lose your scholarship, you still got that free year of education. And like that's like there's a stigma about it. But if you go do the research on it, if a player, if Zion Williamson decided he was going to be a 4-year player at Duke, and he went out in his first year and blew out his ACL and couldn't play basketball anymore, Duke doesn't just go, all right, fuck you, bye. Nothing. Like, they still help him out if he decides to stay. Like, they still give him opportunities for education. Yeah, he might not get it for a full ride, but he's going to get a discount to it. He's like, they're still going to treat him like part of the family. All top-tier schools do that. They don't just go, hey, you can't play basketball for us anymore? You should go back and fucking go work at the sawmill in your hometown. Tell us how it's going in 3 years. Like, they still get stuff out of it. So it's like, I don't know. For me, like, I don't know. For me, it's always been, like, securing the bag and getting the promotions and the sponsorships and all that shit, that's something that you earn by paying your dues and getting to the big leagues. You get to the big leagues, and then you get that shit, if you're good enough. Because, like, on the flip side, too, you're going to see all these teams, like, look at fucking Doug McDermott. Doug McDermott would have been, at the time, a premier college-sponsored player. I mean, any deal he wanted, he would have gotten. And he's whatever in the NBA. Absolutely whatever. He's doing better this year, 5 years in, 6 years in, and it's still below average. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. It's like, it's the sample size thing. Like, every high school team in the country has the best player that high school's ever seen. And then you shrink it down to college. But then all, 900 college teams have the best college player that's ever played for that college team. And then we shrink it to 30 NBA teams. And 9 times out of 10, you're not even the best player on that team, let alone of all time in that team. So it's like, I don't know. For me, it's just it's something you earn. Like, it's part of the perk of earning it. You get to the big leagues and you show you something. That's just the way I've always looked at it.
Yeah, that's fair.
And colleges are still paying these players anyway, so it doesn't even matter. And they always will.
You think Reggie Bush should ask for his?
He did.
Oh, did he?
Reggie Bush. Yeah, the minute
He
they
did,
the minute they announced it, he said, "I want my Heisman back,"
I didn't see that.
and they denied him. Fuck Pete Carroll. Fuck him. For me, I don't agree with stripping the Heisman from him from that. I think that's wrong because it didn't affect the way he played. Taking endorsements or taking free shit from the school, cars, whatever. It doesn't make him. Reggie Bush, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna give you a Jeep Wrangler on us. Cool. Maybe you know what? That just boosted my rushing by 600 yards this year. Thanks for that perk, Madden Ultimate Team. Like, it's you don't get anything out of it. Yeah, he got the fucking car, but like, big fucking whoop. Like, it doesn't make him a better player. It's not like you fucking gave him like, hey, we are gonna give you Walter Payton's legs. How would you like those? We're gonna give you Megatron's height. It's like, I don't know. For me, I thought it was dumb to take the Heisman from him in the first place. Like, fine him, whatever, blackball him from college football, never let him be part of the sport again, don't ever let him do interviews or whatever. Like, whatever. You want to do all that shit, do all that shit. But to strip him from the Heisman for something that's not, it's like stripping Pete Rose of the Hall of Fame. Like, what he did didn't impact the game, like the actual results of games at all. It's the same thing with like Reggie Bush. Like what happened with Reggie Bush didn't impact what he did or didn't do on the field.
Right. It's an organization like, I can flex my power on you. And...
Right, exactly. It's it's not like steroids. It's not like he fucking took PEDs. It's not it's not like he was fucking doing like fucking dirty hits on blocks on players and stuff like that.
Right. He accepted some gifts.
Yeah, whatever. Exactly. All right, we'll cut at the break. When we come back, I don't know. We'll figure something out. Somebody come up with something. We'll do a task. We'll do one of our tasks.
I got something too.
No, you don't.
I do.
You always say you do, but you never do.
I do.
We're not ranking your fucking photo collection.
Oh, we should do that. But no, I got something fun.
We shouldn't do that. Also,
We should do.
there's no way that you didn't apply to be one of the strippers at her bachelorette party.
I wish I knew.
Kendall, there's no way you didn't know she was having a bachelorette party.
No, I mean, that's not what I'm saying.
There's also no way you didn't know where it was and when it was.
Yeah. Also, imagine if he was. She's just like, ugh.
That'd be a bummer.
She'd be so disappointed in you that she'd have sex with Vito just to spite you.
Oh.
We'll see you guys live on the other side.
Home of Getting Sports with Drunk on Monday nights. PPRN Radio. Home of the Peter Pinot Show. PPRN Radio.
Damn, where are we?
PPRN Radio. Always on, sometimes off. PPRNradio.net. PPRNradio.net. The most diverse playlist on the planet. 24/7, 365. Yes, your mama's station.
Bringing that heat.
PPRNradio.net. The station that's home with your wife. While you're at work, we keep her company. We keep her happy.
And now, back to Getting Sports with Drunk on the PPRN Radio Network.
Welcome back to Getting Sports with Drunk. I'm your host, Cupcake the Riddler, and we're here.
Yes.
Kyle, I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed at you. Kyle.
Very ask why.
I'll just wait till he comes back. Where is he?
Oh.
When he comes back, everyone has to yell at him. Like, I want you to I want you guys to yell at him like you really are just really upset about him. Like you're really upset with him.
Can I know what he did?
He's not here.
Oh.
What do you mean? What did he do?
Okay.
Oh man, they're coming out with pink PlayStations. That's cool. That's cool. Kendall, it's your job to text Kyle and figure out where he is.
All right.
Oh, that's so funny. Adidas suspends all tracksuit shipments to Russia.
Man, they're fucked.
Kendall, nice use of the apostrophe there.
It was a rat thing to do.
Mock was like ready to go on the typos.
You know what's funny? I pretty much only do it to Kyle.
I know.
We all
Pretty much because I know he's going to get real mad.
Well, Kendall had a segment, but we need all five of us here for it, so this is really derailing it. So, Mass, what'd you have for dinner?
Yeah.
Oh, Kyle, how nice of you to join us.
Oh.
Massey, what'd you have for dinner? I want to hear what you had.
I had a rosemary garlic pork chop and fingerling potatoes.
Nice. Kendall, what'd you have for dinner?
I had steak and cheese.
Cheese whiz.
Nah, just American cheese.
Kendall just makes a sirloin and melts American cheese on it.
On toast.
Does he cut it up first?
No,
come on.
Of course he doesn't. He blends it and then puts it in the soft serve machine. Mark, what'd you have for dinner?
Marissa and I stopped at a restaurant out in Brantford.
Why the fuck were you that far out of here?
We were
Picking out your Christmas
we
tree?
were looking at a car. And I had, it was some type of like lobster pasta that was pretty good.
You didn't have the rosemary pork with fingerling potatoes?
No.
You know what, Kendall? I don't hate you back. Fucking asshole.
Kyle, what Golden Corral meal did you have for dinner?
And muted.
It was burrito night.
Why were the tamales good?
Still got nothing.
Still muted, Kyle.
I just love corn husks.
The snus is more important than the show.
I had McDonald's.
What'd you have?
2 double cheeseburger.
No pickle, no onion?
No, just regular.
Oh, okay. I had a Texas stir fry is what I call it.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty good.
What is it?
Texas stir fry.
What is it?
So
Barbecue sauce. Rice.
So it's noodle. Like I still use noodles, because I'm kind of just like don't really care for rice all that much. I don't hate it like Kyle does, but I'm just not a big rice guy. So I still use noodles, but like so the protein is smoked brisket, and then instead like for vegetables, it's like subbing out all like the vegetables you use in like an Asian stir fry. I use more like Southern stir fry, so it's like home fries. I do like sweet potatoes. In there as well. Like I do a sweet potato mix. I'm a big fan of those. But onions, corn, and broccoli. And then it's like a onion barbecue sauce.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Where'd you get the brisket from?
Made it.
You have a smoker?
No, I did something so not so advised in the oven all day while no one was home.
You deep fried it.
No, I didn't deep fry it. I kind of just did like a wood chip thing, like made an ember, put it in the oven, put the brisket in it, left the oven on all day, keep the wood chips hot. Just came home to a real nice smell. Wasn't sure if I was gonna come home to a house. I read it was safe-ish.
Yeah, it's contained, kind of.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely not a good idea to have your pilot light on for 9 hours. But
yeah, probably.
You know what? Good meal. Yeah, I made a good meal out of it. It wasn't like super smoked, but it was smoked enough. Smoked enough. It wasn't like mock quality smoked. You know, I'm no fucking Thanos over there.
Smoke.
That guy's got a fucking 95-gallon smoker. That's how you measure smokers, Kendall. Gallons.
Well, you know, he could have had that same meal, but he opted to have the lobster, pasta meal at the Brantford Nameless restaurant.
Oh, it's called Brantford's.
Oh.
No, we went to La Luna.
Just right outside of Hartford.
There it is.
All right, Kendall, you have a segment. You care to explain?
Yes. So
Guys, I'll be back later.
All right. Right on cue. So we're going to do...
The segment is, what did you guys have for breakfast?
We're going to do a starting five NBA, but...
I'm also willing to bet that Massey is the only one who ate breakfast of this group.
Massey,
I did not.
That's true.
What did you have for breakfast, Mark?
I had a bagel and cream cheese.
At home?
No, at work.
Like from Dunkin' Donuts, or like you made it at work?
Oh, I made it at work.
Man, I hate making bagels and cream cheese. I hate it. I hate it so much. I don't know what it is. I don't like spreading cream cheese. Hate it. Fucking hate it.
Yeah, but you like that place over by Eastern.
Yeah, because I didn't do it. I paid someone to do it.
It did make it taste better.
Yeah, and because they made the fucking jalapeno bagel fucking pepperoni cream cheese bomb, and it was delicious.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking good.
Fucking cooked pepperoni and salami with cream cheese and a fucking fried egg in between a jalapeno bagel all day.
Wasn't the spot.
Oh my god. After a night of drinking, forget about it. The only thing I think that would have been better for the hangover is if I just drank Crisco.
Nice even
Oh,
coat
it was a good on-camera nose pick session you had there.
Yeah. Mass, what'd you have for breakfast? We got on the topics. We got to talk.
I had a Nutrient bar.
Gross. The green one?
Yeah.
No, that's not Nutri-Grain. That's Nature Valley.
Yeah.
Nutri-Grain bar. Strawberry?
Yep.
Gross. Is it the thin ones or like a regular one?
Thin ones.
I like the thin ones a lot. Fuck those up forever. Kendall,
Good.
how were your smoothies?
Good. And I had 2 hard-boiled eggs and an oatmeal.
You had hard-boiled eggs in oatmeal?
And an oatmeal.
You said in oatmeal.
I think I did say that, but I didn't mean that.
You put hard-boiled eggs in oatmeal.
I did not do that.
What flavor oatmeal?
Maple brown sugar.
Basic.
I like that one.
Doesn't change the fact that you're basic.
I'm just saying. I don't disagree. I just like that one.
All right, it's fair.
And
I had nothing.
Smoothie.
Kyle, we know. You woke up at 10 and went right to work.
You know me so well.
We all know you so well, Kyle. We all know you so well, Kyle. All of us. I had a very chefy day. I had crepes for breakfast.
Wow.
Yeah. Amelia watched something and she was like, "What are crepes?" So I explained what crepes were to her and she asked if we could have them, but she asked at 9 o'clock at night, and I was like, "Yes, but no." So I made crepes this morning. I made Nutella and banana crepes.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah, crepes are fucking slamming.
Yeah, I forgot a toast of excellence I wanted to do.
Was it to me making
To crepes?
It's pronounced. Kyle, how are they actually pronounced? You're from France.
Crops.
You're from the
Bingo.
San Juan region of France, right?
Crepes.
They're called crapes.
Crepes.
A Royce con crepe.
Crap.
I got some good eyebrows.
I like how you said that after you turned your camera off. I don't want them to know what my eyebrows look like. Oh, those are spaced way too far apart.
Think so?
I mean, I would say yes if your nose wasn't so big.
That's what I'm saying, but it's so big that it makes it work.
It's a great angle you're showing us. All right, Kendall. Segment. Oh, Matt, sorry. Your toast of excellence. Sorry.
My toast of excellence is to Machine Washable.
For being
Came
the
in-
best BFF of all time.
Third place in what I believe was his first PDGA tournament.
Man, that's a real best friend move right there. That's a real best friend move right there.
That's pretty cool. Top 3 in your first PDGA tournament. I thought that was cool.
Round of applause for Mock.
Real rough second half of that day.
Yeah, he blew up.
Hey.
Golf clap. Everybody golf clap for Mock.
I'm not golf clapping. He blew up.
Souls, golf clap for the man. You would have been plus 30 after the first round.
No, he's better than one of the kids.
Doesn't mean you still would have been plus 30.
I wouldn't have been plus 30.
You might have been, because all it would have taken was one tree, and you would have been throwing your disc golf bag right in that round, and those are called courtesy violations, and you lose strokes on those. Pretty much the whole way you play disc golf is a courtesy violation.
Yeah.
All right, Kendall.
So,
Oh, sorry, Massey. I didn't mean to cut you off. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead, Kendall.
we're going to be doing starting 5 NBA.
Basketball style. Not NBA. It's not basketball. This has nothing to do with basketball.
Right,
but
yeah.
starting 5 from a basketball standpoint.
But you're going to fill the spots with artists and or bands of which Paul
Musical acts.
will be assigning genres for each person. Now, you can take some time. We're not going to go crazy long in this, but we're going to give the description of the position. And
Is that me? Am I doing that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that way, you're going to know, so I want this particular artist or band as my small forward, or I want it as my center.
And we can argue. We can argue that you don't think that fits the criteria. So you guys ready to hear the criteria for positions?
Sure.
And please write it down so we're not asking questions over and over.
Asking like,
I'm getting there.
All right. Just everybody give me a thumbs up verbally when you're ready.
Yep.
Sure. I'm still gonna ask, but sure.
All right. I'm not going to remember. I'm pretty much making this up right now.
Are we doing a 6-man?
No. Kyle's always trying to like squeeze in an extra pick. Kyle's just always like, "Hey, how can I make this draft longer?"
We doing a G League for this?
And it's not a draft because it's different genres. Now I know there are genre crossovers, but we can that can be argumentative. You can make the argument that no, that guy's not that. He did a couple songs, but he's more this, or she's more that, or you can get with this, or you can get with that.
Yep, that.
But you should get with this. This is where it's at.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so the center position is basically going to be either a very large group, or large, like act. So obviously, like not like you can't be like Drake, or you can pick a specific because not everyone's going to have a big group type of thing. So
Right.
you could also pick like a song, like you could pick an artist who has a song, and you have to say the song specifically. That's like just kind of bigger than everything. Like it's just huge. Like it's like a big, like it's a ginormous song. You know what I mean? Like All I Want for Christmas Is You from Mariah Carey type thing.
Okay.
And by the way, no seasonal songs. No Christmas songs. All right. So your power forward is going to be, again, it's got to be something a little bit larger in stature. So like at least a decent sized group. So if you're in the band element, we can't go, no four-man bands.
What is this position?
Power forward.
Okay.
So it's gonna be like bigger in size. So it can't be like no 4-man bands. I would even say like 5 is pushing. Like if it's 5, it's got to be like big in terms of like a subjectiveness. Like big in terms of like chart toppers and like lots of hits. You know what I mean? Like it's got to be like 5 or 6. Maybe even 7. Something big. It's got to be big.
All right.
But it's also got to be kind of versatile. Is that fair?
Yeah.
This is all subjective, by the way. So really the whole point of this is just for everyone to argue with each other, which no one will do because every time we design this, everyone's just like, yeah, I agree with that. Let me suck your penis. All right. Number 3, the small forward position has to be kind of like you're not big from a legitimate standpoint, but like your big hitter. Small forward is usually the position on a team that's kind of like the all-around encompassing like best player. So it's got to be like kind of be like your big hitter.
So, clarification: what is the difference between the center and the power forward?
So
center is the one that's a large group, and what was power forward?
So the power forward is more like it can include like a group or somebody that is like has a lot of like a bigger, more versatile name. So like somebody who maybe like does a lot of crossovers and has like big hits out of the group, you know, like big hits out of the crossing over and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So the small forward's just like a big name guy.
Small forward's more like a bigger name from your genre or grouping of artists that I'm going to give you. Like somebody that's just kind of like the all-around jack of all trades of your group. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So your shooting guard is going to be it has to fall into the category of either somebody that just puts out an inordinate amount of music. The shooting guards are high-profile shooters usually. Somebody puts out like a high profile or somebody. I kind of need help on this one. This one I'm not really sure where I want to go with. Kyle, give me 5 characteristics of a good shooting guard in the NBA.
He could shoot. Sometimes lackadaisical on defense.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't produce every game, but whatever.
Already got it. Perfect. Thank you. You helped me out a lot. Somebody who puts out a decent chunk of music, like above average amount of music, but kind of hit and miss artists.
All right.
That make sense?
Yep. I
Okay.
really hope I get more.
And then point guard is going to be your kind of like jack of all trades kind of thing. Like somebody who's just kind of.
Didn't you say that for a small forward though?
Yeah, I'm trying to reword it, Kyle. All right, Jesus. God, fucking. You said 8 words this whole podcast, and they're all directed violently towards me.
Could your point guard be someone who's like always in the mix? Like,
I think your point guard would have to be somebody who's more of like a staple of the genre.
Okay.
Because your point guard is the leader. Point guard's the leader of a team. So the point guard.
Are we talking about like longevity-ish?
It doesn't have to necessarily be longevity, but it's got to be somebody that like
always comes up in conversation.
Right, like if I say, you know, if I say heavy metal music, what's like the first band that comes to mind?
Metallica.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly like an exact example. You know, like yes, obviously Metallica could fit a lot of the other roles, but like you could like it's got to be someone that's kind of like at the forefront of the genre.
Okay.
All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna kind of play to some strengths here and also be a real dick to somebody.
Real
I
dick.
feel like I'm be a dick too.
Kyle's the guy. I'm gonna be a dick. No, it's not.
You're gonna have to ask what these positions are again.
Man, I didn't write any of that down.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Kendall wrote them all down.
I wrote them down.
Massey wrote it down.
All right. So Kendall,
Yes.
because you decided to get out of the game, you got pop music,
Okay.
which is going to really interfere with Kyle's because Kyle, you have female music artists.
Oh.
Picking some men today.
So Kyle, all yours have to be females.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, Massey, you
Give me rock.
got punk rock.
I'll take it.
Mock, you got country. And I'm going
Can I
to
just
take...
do Alan Jackson for all of them.
No. Can't double down, man. You can't have 5 Alan Jacksons. Otherwise, the Pelicans would have just signed you 5 times.
Listen, they're missing out.
I'm going to take, like, oddball genres, if that's fair. If everyone's okay with it.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah, sure.
So, like none of, like, the top, like top genres. So...
Can I have regular rock?
No, just punk rock.
I got female music artists. Shut up.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but you're a bad person.
All right.
Master was like, I just got to get another stream real quick. All right. Does anybody want to change their genre? I will still pick the genre. If you choose to change it, you're locked in with whatever my second choice is.
Oh.
And Kyle, just so you know in advance, it will not be R&B.
Yeah, no.
But you can choose to change it if you'd like. If anybody wants to change it.
No, I'm ready to roll.
All right, so you're sticking with pop. Mock, you sticking with country?
Yeah, it's fine.
Kyle, are you sticking with female artists?
No, I'll change it.
Okay, and Mass, are you sticking with alternative or punk rock?
I don't know. I'm thinking.
I need an answer.
While he's thinking real quick, so is it just like today's pop we're doing like any, but for me anyway?
I think all the genres are like all time.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stick with female.
Talks himself back into it.
But like, so like for you, Kendall, like for yours specifically for like pop, you can't pick something that like is like it's got to be pop.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know what I mean? Like it's got to be pop music. Like you can't come in here with like because Sugar We're Going Down was number 3 all time on the top 40 chart. Like it's not pop music. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Master, you sticking with classic rock or punk rock? I can't get the right rock.
Yeah.
Sticking with punk rock. All right. And is everyone cool with me sticking with like alternative genres?
Yeah, I think that works.
Does anybody have any that they want to go with right off the bat? I do.
Go ahead.
First. All right, for my center, I'm going to pick Chicago. It's like a 30-person band.
Yeah, you know it's funny when we were
doesn't really get much bigger than that.
When we were talking, I was hoping I was going to get like rock, and like that was going to be my center all the way.
Well, because like so the thing is like they are rock, but they're primarily big band music.
Yeah, I mean
like that's what they're big. I mean, like people they classify them into rock because like the electric guitar and the drums, but like they have saxophones, trumpets, trombones, French horns, cellos, clarinet. I mean, they literally like at the peak they've had like 45 people.
Yeah, they got a lot of different sounding music too, which is really cool.
All right, I'm taking Chicago at the center. By the way, I'm not writing any of this down. I'm not recapping it. I'm just doing it for the fun of it. Anybody else have anything that they'd like to weigh in on already?
You know what's funny? I kind of had like the same thought for my center. I was going to take the Zac Brown band.
That's
for pretty much the same reason.
Yeah, less people, but same reason.
But I mean, they're like, hey, let's show up to a show. We're going to rotate about 75 people on the stage. See what happens.
All right, so Mock's going Zac Brown band.
As your center?
Yep.
Center, yeah, that's what I said.
All right.
Glad to know Kendall listens to me.
Well, I was just getting clarification. No need to eat in Brantford about it.
Kyle, remember, just from a female artist perspective, it can be like a female artist who kind of had like a really big like one-hit wonder kind of thing. You know, like, I think one-hit wonders can be included in the sentence because one-hit wonders are like they're huge. You know, they might not be the best center, but it's like a Taco Fall. Taco Fall, huge center, useless.
All right, so are we just going to kind of say them as we were marking them down?
Yeah, if you have someone say it.
So I think for my small forward, I think I'm going to put down Maroon 5. I think it's just, no matter what, they seem to just kind of put out, music all the time. It's always, chart-topping stuff.
I'm gonna rescind Chicago as my center, and I'm gonna let somebody pick me a genre because I feel like I have an unfair advantage. I can skip across multiple like lesser genres.
That's not a detraction. You can do that. Who cares?
Rap.
Do hip hop. Hip hop's cool.
All right. So for centers, I'm going with NWA.
Man, it would have been really funny if you said Chicago again.
Well, I think NWA is a pretty good pick for. Would you disagree, Kendall?
Listen, right off the bat, he went for it.
So suck it, Kendall. You don't even know hip hop.
I think I will take my point guard as the Ramones.
All right. I'm kind of like the least expertist at music and like genre qualifications. I think Kendall would technically be the expert in the situation.
That's fine, Mass.
No, I'm not disagreeing with him. I'm just saying, I think that you probably would be like close call ones. Like you got to be that guy.
My point guard is Whitney Houston.
That's fair.
So can you just reiterate what the point guard one was?
Kind of like so a point guard is a leader of the team. So it's basically like in terms of your genre, like if somebody were to say country music and it's like who's like the face of country music like all time and like your opinion, like it's just got to be somewhat close. I listen to country, Kendall listens to country, so like we can dispute it if we think it's not fair. Like if you came in like, oh, Luke Bryant.
Oh God.
Now I can still pick female artists though, right? Or is that just exclusively Kyle?
No.
I think we should all have to leave female artists out of it. I think
that's
Kyle
fine.
gets all female artists.
Yeah.
And from Massey's standpoint and Mock's standpoint, well, I guess and your standpoint, because I'm the only one who doesn't really work with any sort of band. If the female lead singing bands or groups belong to Souls,
Okay.
like Lady Antebellum, that belongs to Souls, or like Paramore, belongs to Kyle.
I dislike that.
I don't care, but I do love you.
I'll take my point guard as Garth Brooks.
Nice.
Wow.
I hate Garth Brooks.
I'm actually surprised.
I'm not disputing that it's like he's definitely like a number one thought of type of guy, but I fucking hate Garth Brooks. I thought you were gonna go Tim McGraw.
Right. I mean, if you're stable, like, don't get me wrong, he's got a lot of like hit music, but I think there's guys that definitely would qualify for the point guard position.
No, I think that when you say country music, I think he's definitely a top name that comes to the mind. I just thought from Mox's point, I thought he was gonna go Alan Jackson.
Yeah,
he's gonna be on the team.
He's a small forward. We all know it.
My center is going to be Spice Girls.
All right, that's fair. There's a bigger group you could have went with, but I'll take Spice Girls.
Yeah, but like I don't know.
Kyle, you know who your center should be?
Who?
Pussycat Dolls. There's like 100 of them.
Spice Girls are better music-wise.
Oh, I agree. But there's just way more Pussycat Dolls, and they're all terrible.
They could be my forward.
You're gonna have a bigger group be your forward. You're gonna have a 6'10" center and a 7-foot fucking. What are you, the Mavericks?
All right. So for my shooting guard,
hey, can we make suggestions for other people?
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Why not?
So for my shooting guard, I'd
like to make a suggestion now. Then
for me, or
no, for Mock.
Well, let Kendall finish.
No, I don't have to. I'm the host.
This is true. Listen, I can re-say the sentence.
Mock, I'd like to make a suggestion for your power forward that you can mull over while Kendall does his.
Well, just text it to me so he can finish.
I like interrupting him. Since when are we all friends with Kendall? All right, fuck all you guys.
This was very off-brand for us.
No, Massey, you can't have rock.
It's Madonna.
No, you're not allowed to talk. Kendall has the floor.
All right, so for my shooting guard, I think I'm going to take LMFAO. Lot of music. Some of it's pretty fun, but a lot of it's a lot of nonsense and almost unlistenable.
I like LMFAO.
I take back my answer.
I like LMFAO.
Oh, I mean, I like the Part Arc Anthem and all that, but
my small forward is going to be Beyonce.
Oh, some Beyonce, huh?
She wishes she was Kelly Rowland.
I'm going to take...
Oh, man, should I change my center to Wu-Tang Clan?
What was the criteria for shooting guard?
Shooting guard was tons of hits, tons of music, but they're very hit and miss.
Yeah, hit and miss, yep. I'm going to change my center to Wu-Tang Clan.
I was surprised that you went with NWA, but I
love Ice Cube so much.
Yeah, like with Wu-Tang, you get
Was Redman part of NWA?
No, Redman's an honorary Wu-Tang though. Not technically Wu-Tang, but he's in a lot of their songs. So
my power forward is going to be the Supremes.
Supremes, okay.
So we said shooting guards, a lot of music, but kind of whatever.
Yeah, like some hits, some not. Like just kind of
Florida Georgia line.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a really bad shooting guard though. I'm gonna go for power forward. I'm gonna keep going off of the sheer size of the group. I'm gonna go with 3-6 Mafia.
It's a good pick.
They kind of just have like 3 members and then like 95 honorary members, including a guy who got shot in the face and then did an interview the same day.
Dan, Crunchy Black. What a G.
I know I have 2 positions left, but I don't remember what they are.
Nice.
So what were your positions you already have?
I know I took center, shooting guard, and small forward.
Okay, so you have power forward and point guard.
What
which
was the
are
power? What's the power forward one?
crossovers, big hits are versatile, and the point guard is your staple or the one that always comes up in conversation.
So many good groups. Could have went with the Roots. Tribe Called Quest.
I wish I had gotten Rock. I could have done this so much easier.
Public Enemy. The Fugees.
2
Live Crew.
I'm gonna go with my shooting guard as Green Day.
That's fair. That's fair.
My shooting guard's gonna be Katy Perry.
Nice. Good
Yeah,
for
round-
shooting crazy.
My shooting guard's gonna be Kendrick Lamar.
Nice.
I feel like you either love him or you hate him. Very James Harden-esque. I feel like you either just kind of like or whatever about him, but if you love him, like you're with him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and take my power forward as Fallout Boy.
All right. Minus the Michael Jackson thing they did.
Why do you not like Beat It?
I don't like any of those things that any of those groups did, especially Alien Ant Farm. I don't like them just at all.
Speaking of which, I think I'm going to take Michael Jackson as my point guard.
I'm gonna take. Go ahead, Mark.
So sorry, power forward again was like
Crossovers or versatile.
Oh, crossovers.
I'm gonna round out my team. I'm gonna take Dr. Dre at the small forward and Tupac at the point guard.
For my big hitter, I think I'm going to go ahead and take the Clash.
Gross.
Well, you stuck me with a middling genre.
Still gross.
And the crossover one is getting me.
Come on, man.
And then I'll take
You're not gonna
Rise
put
Against as my center.
I can't believe you didn't take Jimmy Eats World.
All right.
Wait, who was that directed to?
You. You know who Jimmy Eats World is?
I do. I didn't think that I would classify them as a punk rock band.
What would you classify them as?
Regular rock?
No.
Or alternative rock?
I think punk rock and alternative rock are kind of like the same thing.
Not really.
Yeah.
So what's alternative rock then?
I mean, there's crossover, capability in that.
Sure,
I think
there's definitely crossover capability, but punk is much more anti-establishment or like Rage Against the Machine or stuff like that. Alternative rock would be obviously Jimmy Eats World or.
So like, wouldn't Fall Out Boy be alternative rock then?
I Wikipedia them. They're classified as punk rock.
I just looked up the difference. It says alternative rock is pop rock, and Fall Out Boy is pretty much as pop rock as it gets. That's what I'm saying. I think it's pretty much. I think the line between the two is very, very thin.
Oh, if I have that, then I'm going to change up a lot real quick.
No, you can't. It's already been submitted.
All right, real quick.
Mock said you couldn't.
Nah, he's my BFF. He'll allow it.
I'm taking.
He said you were strong enough without it because he supports you so well.
For my center, I'm going to take the Bee Gees. And rounding out my power forward will be Earth, Wind, and Fire.
No Jackson 5, huh?
No Jackson 5.
You didn't take Jackson 5 at the 5?
I didn't, which would have been hilarious if I did that.
Could've.
But I kept just Michael Jackson. Didn't want to double down on
That's fair.
the Jacksons.
Kyle, you've been awfully quiet.
I finished my squad.
I'll take Nirvana as my small forward.
That's fair.
Let's see.
And Baba O'Reilly.
So you're going to take Nirvana in your punk rock category?
I was told that alternative transfers over.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so, but yeah, I would kind of, if anything, I would definitely go with a grunge artist. That's kind of like a defining artist of that subgenre.
Yeah, but that's not what the small forward is for. That's the point guard.
No, he's saying that Nirvana is grunge, like above everything else.
They're listed as alternative.
Well, I mean, they're also listed as hard rock.
I mean, that's what's hard about your category is because
That's why I just wanted rock.
No, but it's too bold. It's too broad. All right, fine, Mass. You get Disney songs.
Oh, I'm in.
Scratch it all.
I'm in. All right, hold on.
Guy who hasn't seen more than fucking 5 movies in his lifetime.
He's gonna bang these
He's
out.
seen every fucking.
Get ready for the Toy Story soundtrack.
Lilo and Stitch. He's seen them all though.
Let's see.
Goodfellas, forget about it. Lilo and Stitch 9, Return of the Alolan fucking Souls.
Point guard is. Let's get down to business.
No.
Peter Girls.
I will dispute that to the end of time, Kyle or Massey. There's no way.
What?
It's a great song, but there's no way that if you polled 1,000 people, hey, when you think of Disney, what's the first song you think of? There's no way that more than 2 were saying that song.
I disagree with you, but fine.
You thinking more people are picking Mulan than The Lion King?
Well, Lion King was going to be my big hitter.
You think more people are picking Mulan than Toy Story?
Yes.
You're wrong in a lot of ways, man.
Pretty much all of them.
Yeah. It's, again, great song, but no fucking shot.
Aladdin.
Let's see. Tons of music. Let's see. Crossovers are versatile. Hercules.
That's a very specific search.
Aladdin.
Massey right now is Googling, what is the Cooper Cup of Disney songs?
Big hitter staying at Lion King.
Well, what song?
Aladdin.
It's Disney songs.
It's got to be that Hakuna Matata one, right?
One was sung by Elton John. The rest weren't.
I don't know. This is difficult.
You know, on a real quick side note, I was so devastated to find out that the Oliver and Company soundtrack was exclusively Billy Joel.
Yep.
Because I like the music so much in that movie.
That's very funny.
Yeah, you don't remember when they're walking through New York and it's just like a long.
Oliver and Company is the name of the movie, right?
Yeah. Billy Joel is the dog in the movie.
Is he?
Yeah, he's the voice of
Do
the
you guys
dog.
think Kendall listens to Billy Joel in his own time?
Yes.
And just doesn't tell us.
Nope.
100%.
Did you know that while Kendall looks at all his Instagram photos, she just has Twisted Sister playing in the background?
It's a really good 2 songs I jam.
And the Doors.
Ugh.
You love the Doors.
Nope.
Mass, you got a lineup?
No, I didn't because I switched over to Disney.
All right. I mean, I could have done this in like 2 seconds, man. Disney's easy.
All right. Let's see.
Your center are the fucking Motown group from Hercules.
Yep.
Your small forward is Hakuna Matata.
Yep. Or Circle of Life.
Nah, I think Hakuna Matata is like the bigger one, I would say.
If we're being completely honest, the real answer to that is Let It Snow, but I fucking hate that song, so.
Well, see, I think that would be more the point guard because like now.
Also, no, you don't.
I actually do.
There's no way you don't listen to that while you're fucking baking in your kitchen. You're fucking salting flour. Let it snow.
Rosemary and thyme.
These Pop-Tarts are gonna be anabolic.
All right. That's fine. That's the point guard.
I think Let It Snow could be the point guard, just like because like recent people, like if you pull a bunch of people.
Let It Go or Let It Snow.
That's what I'm saying. I think Let It Snow could be the point guard.
Well, isn't Let It Snow a Christmas song?
No,
you
it's
know
from
what he means.
Frozen. Oh yeah, sorry. Whatever. Whatever it is. What's the name of the song?
I legitimately forgot about
I
that.
thought it was Let It Snow. Was it?
Let It Go. Let It Go might be it.
Maybe.
Yeah. Let It Snow is a
The
Bing
Frozen
Crosby.
song is Let It Go.
All right. So I think that could be your point guard.
Shooting guard.
That could be your Mulan song. Mulan is very hit or miss.
Right, I'm taking that.
Just jumping back a second. That would be a really funny diss to someone. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. You salt and pepper your Pop-Tarts.
It wasn't funny.
Thank you for interrupting for that.
Well, it's just funny in my head.
All right, and power forward.
Power forward. It's the power forward of Disney songs.
Versatile.
Oh, power forward of Disney songs is the song that Belle sings when she's going through the town in Beauty and the Beast, because like everybody chimes in from the whole town, and it's a good song.
Sure, I'll put that down.
Or no. Actually, Under the Sea from the Little Mermaid, because all the fish sing, and that's also a good song. You know the girl who voices that hot fucking 16-year-old cartoon is like 58 years old. All right, there you go. We don't have anything to review on it because nobody remembers anything, because we're all over the place. All we know is that Kyle picked the Pussycat Dolls as his point guard, as the face of female artist. So
Hey, you know what's pretty funny? Somehow the captions got put on the chat here, and it stars out when Paul said swear words.
fuck. Did it do it? Asshole.
Yep.
That's very funny.
Penis?
This can be. No, that one's clear.
It's anatomy. It's anatomy based. But see, shit should also. There are no bad words. I mean, fuck is a very universal. It's a verb. It's an adjective.
Yeah, it's the best of its kind.
Yeah.
Say, this thing is better than any closed caption I've ever seen on TV.
So what is this?
Subtitles for the group.
Yeah.
Does it colorize our voices or no? It's just a straight shot.
Yeah, what if we all start talking at once? All right, everybody but Mock start talking on 3. 1, 2, 3. So I was going to the store the other day, and then
I really want to go out and.
It popped up that said Massey saying "La La." I really want to go out.
All right, we're gonna go to break. When we come back,
that makes me upset.
When we come back, we're gonna do a draft, something with the wheels, and it'll be fun. Live on the other side of the PPRN Radio Network.
Home of getting sports with Drunk on Monday nights. PPRN Radio. Home of the Peter Pinot Show. Peter Pinot Show. PPRN Radio.
Damn, where are we?
PPRN Radio. Always on, sometimes off. PPRNradio.net. PPRNradio.net. The most diverse playlist on the planet. 24/7, 365. Yes, your mama's station.
Bringing that heat.
PPRNradio.net. The station that's home with your wife. While you're at work, we keep her company. We keep her happy.
And now, back to getting sports with Drunk on the PPRN Radio Network.
Welcome back to Getting Sports with Drunk. I'm your hostess, Cupcake, the Riddler, and I'm joined by... Oops.
Yeah.
Who's here?
I'm here.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking hell, man. That was so loud.
I wanted to let you know I was here.
Thank you. It's noted. All right, so we're going to do a draft. I sent everybody the list. So we're going to basically be drafting a extended NFL street team. It doesn't have to be like thought of in the regards of an NFL street team, but it's going to be a quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, tight end, defensive line, linebacker, defensive back, and then defensive flex. Okay? Mm-hmm. It's a lot of positions. The category we're going to be drafting from is pretty easy Google searches, Mock.
All right.
I got you, man. I'm thinking of you. So
Tennessee Titans.
The wheel is as follows. 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, 2020s. So there's double slots for 80s through 2010s, 1 slot for the 2020s, and 1 slot for the 70s. Basically what this means is the player has to have played the majority or the most dominant years of their career in that decade. So, for example, if you were to get Jerry Rice, or if you were to get the 2000s, you couldn't pick Jerry Rice.
Right.
Fair?
Yeah.
Everyone understand?
Correcto mundo.
Okay. So, when the wheel is spun and it lands on a decade, you're going to pick a player from that decade to go on your team. We're going to be doing this in a draft order that's already been determined by Kendall. And it's going to go in snake order. So after everybody picks, all 5 of us pick, we'll respin the wheel for the next go through the draft order. And your eligible pool of players to pick from are Rams, Steelers, Giants, and Bears only.
Okay.
Can I see the wheel?
What do you need to see the wheel for?
I like seeing the wheel.
Well, you're not going to be able to because Kendall can't do that. He's not fucking Massey. So what I mean by that is, like, obviously, no, you do not. Jerry Rice was more than a 40. He played for more teams than the 49ers, but your pick, like, they had to have been dominant for one of our 4 teams in that time frame. Okay. So you couldn't pick, for example, I'm trying to think of a player that made a.
You couldn't pick Jericho Cotchery on the Steelers.
No, like not even that though. But I'm saying like you couldn't pick. Like you couldn't for 2010s you couldn't. No, but for 2010s you couldn't pick Jared Allen because he played for the Bears. You don't get his Vikings years. You get his Bears years.
Okay.
It's only the years for our teams. So if it lands on 2010s and you pick Jared Allen, you're getting his production as a Bear. Julius Peppers, another good example. You're getting his Bears years. You don't get anything you did in Carolina. Okay, fair. Mm-hmm. Everyone understand?
Yep.
All right, Kendall, what's the draft order? You did a list organizer while I was upstairs peeing.
Yes, the list is as followed: Paul, Massey, Mock, Kyle, me.
Knew I was going to be fourth. I knew I was going to be fourth.
No, you didn't.
I had a feeling.
You didn't say it, so it doesn't count. All right, so it's going to be snake order, so I'll go first, but then Kendall will have back-to-backs, and we'll spin the wheel after every 5 picks. So, Kendall, why don't you go ahead and spin the wheel?
All right, our first spin.
Ooh, turn that off.
Yeah, let me tune that real quick.
That's terrible.
I like the sound.
Yeah, of course you do. So you're a horny bastard.
Kendall, right-click on the tab, click mute.
Hold on.
Jesus.
Right-click on the tab and click mute.
All right.
Let us know when you're ready, Kendall.
The site is muted. Okay.
Good job, Kendall.
And it is the 70s.
All right. This is tough because doing drafts like this are a little difficult because you don't know what decade it's going to land on. Yeah. So you don't know what team you're looking at. So let's see. Someone talk.
And obviously we're not blocking the side because we can get the 70s again, right? Like we're just the wheel of stays as such.
We all draft in the 70s.
Right.
We're doing that right now?
Yeah, we're all going to draft. So you basically just think of players that you would want that played in the 70s.
Oh, and then it goes, okay, I understand now.
Right. Now you got it.
That's how I felt yesterday when Paul explained something to me.
So you knew that yesterday?
No. Kyle, it took Kyle till yesterday to understand what we were doing next week for the show.
It took me until today.
It wasn't that hard, guys.
I did all the work for the salary cap and shit.
You guys are silly billies.
Yep.
We should explain that to Mock.
We'll do that after this.
All right. Hey. I'm going to take my defensive lineman. I'm going to take Jack Lambert. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Right.
So are we drafted like just one defensive line or like the whole D line?
No. One defensive lineman. So it's like NFL Street style. So it just has to be like an end or a tackle.
Okay.
One defensive lineman.
I'm up.
I don't remember the order.
It is, I believe it's Massey. Hold on.
I'm gonna go ahead and take Sweetness.
I would argue his more dominant years were in the 80s. No, I'm just kidding. That's like a tough one. I don't really know I don't know. I feel like you could take him 70s or 80s.
I double checked and he got the all decades team for the 70s.
Yeah, but he won a Super Bowl in the 80s and broke the record in the 80s. That's why I feel like you could take him either way.
Yeah.
I was gonna take him, but I was like, in my head I was thinking 80s.
My pick?
Yep.
Joe Green. For my defensive lineman.
Who's better in the 50s?
Yeah, I don't know why I thought that was going to fall to me.
Souls.
My defensive back is going to be Mel Blount.
Overrated. Guy wasn't even better than Ed Reed. But then again, neither was Troy Polamalu. Oh!
You're not wrong.
Troy Polamalu was so good that he got to be a supporting actor in Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's Moana film.
Kyle, you should have taken Donnie Shell.
Don't want Donnie Show.
Kendall's taking Terry Bradshaw.
All right.
Kendall.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello. All right. I will take here.
I'm using this as a condom.
I'm going to take Lynn Swan
As your tight end.
as my wide receiver. Lynn Swan.
All right, spin the wheel. Spin, 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 spin,
Come on,
spin.
cursor.
All right, and the decade that we have going in reverse order, so kind of we'll lead it off, is the 2010s.
All right, 2010s. Alrighty here.
What do you got, Reed? Got anything yet?
I do.
I have a feeling that someone is going to be very upset in this group chat. And it's going to be, I'm not going to say it, but I know who. He might be very happy.
Well, I think you have to go off the premise you're trying to build the best team here.
Yep.
Just pick them already.
And I think you can look no further than a guy that we were talking about just last week. Who could be perhaps the greatest defensive player. And how does Mr. Donald sound joining my squad? Sounds pretty good to me.
So funny.
Hey, you guys want to hear something funny?
Was he going to get to Massey anyway? Oh, no, because you weren't going
No.
to pick him. Kyle, would you have picked him?
No.
Oh, that's so funny. So if Kendall didn't pick him, it would have gotten to Massey.
He would have been my defensive flex.
That would make me even angrier.
It's not even starting. Hey, why don't you hand out the water bottles, Donald? You're never going to be as good as Mean Joe
Aaron
Green.
Donald's better than Joe Green.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Mean Joe Green gave a kid his jersey. Aaron Donald choked that kid out. So
That's true. Who got raised better? The kid that got choked out. The end.
that's no, because he didn't raise. He died.
Nah, whatever. Same difference.
Listen,
you
that-
don't want to live in this cold and feeling world.
That same commercial, Aaron Donald's drinking RC Cola. Just remember that.
Hello.
Like, you want this, kid? No.
Yeah.
I'm taking Ben Roethlisberger.
Of course you are.
Why wouldn't I?
I don't know.
All right.
I don't really have a reason that you should or shouldn't.
2010, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Take a mock. Corey Webster's there.
So is
I
the
don't think he was.
so is the other Steve Smith.
Hey, that guy was a great intended receiver. I'm just looking something up.
A quick Pro Football Reference search away.
Oh, wait. This guy didn't play for any of our teams.
That's very funny.
I forgot that was a stipulation.
I'm going to take Tom Brady here.
All right. I'll take a
Oh,
wide
man.
receiver.
Well, the White Sox were supposed to play the Guardians today.
Cool. Too bad they're
What a
not going to play
gross
anybody.
look.
Too bad they're not going to play anybody till
Take it.
May.
Antonio Brown.
What a terrible logo.
Who's the Steelers?
The Guardians.
Wow.
Well, fuck you, Mass.
He said Antonio Brown, and then you said the logo thing.
Yeah, Antonio Brown is a shit logo.
Got me.
Kyle, I just had a field goal blocked and then returned for a touchdown.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
That would be enough for me to turn off the game.
Oh, I quit the other season. The Tannehill one, that one was toast.
JJ Watt.
He didn't play for any of our teams.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Duh.
You know, I just got made fun of for this, so everyone laugh at Mass.
Mass, you're an idiot.
No, that's not nice.
Hey, just so you know, this is super unrelated to everything, but Mock and I are going to go play in Tolland soon if you guys are interested.
Yeah, man.
But it's gonna be a full day thing. We're gonna play 2 rounds, so you gotta be willing to lose because we're preparing for a tournament.
I'll go and play 1 round.
What if there's lunch involved, paid for by Kendall? But only if you play 2 rounds.
I say he'll go to the lunch and leave after lunch.
You'll meet us for lunch.
No, Massey will pay for his own lunch, and if he plays the second round, Kendall will Venmo him or give him cash.
That would be a really funny move if he showed up just for the lunch.
Drove up to town.
Yep.
Oh, I gotta get out of here.
There's a reason that Vito doesn't hang out with us though.
All right, let me actually focus on that rule because I forgot all about that.
Let me just do what we're doing real quick.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I was gonna draft Ed Reed.
I mean, you could take his brother, Mass. His brother was pretty good.
Yeah, but he only came to prominence in the 2020s, didn't he?
I mean,
I don't think he was only good for the last 2 years. I'm just saying.
Question on.
You could take Derek Watt.
Hey, there you go.
So they had to have played for our teams, but did they have to have played for our teams in that decade?
Yes, because you're getting them as a member of your team, that team.
So what if they didn't play for my team in the 2010s?
Then you can't take them.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're getting them in those years of that decade.
Okay.
So I took Big Ben.
Trying to understand. Don't get mad.
Go take Jared Goff.
No.
Or Bulger.
Chris Givens is available.
I was like, or Bulger, your pick, man.
Fitzpatrick might have been there.
I invoke the right of mocking Kendall. The Patriots are his favorite team. As such, I am taking Ron Gronkowski.
God damn it. Just hurry up with this pick.
I want to see if I can get away with that.
It is funny that no one kind of fought him on it.
I did, by saying other things.
It's like throwing up inside with how long this is taking.
Just take fucking Heath Miller and get on with it.
Just take Cooper Kupp.
Just take Heath Miller.
Take Todd Gurley.
Paul, it's your pick.
Who'd you take?
3 times I said I took Julius Peppers.
When?
Yeah, I didn't hear that at all.
He was ordering his lunch for Saturday.
Yeah. I'm going to take Matt Fort.
He's not a real person. Matt Forte is. So. Or
You know, Kyle recently texted me that he was overrated.
I believe you.
Out of the blue.
I believe you.
His real name is Common.
Oh my God! Are you kidding me?
Man, a punt return for a touchdown.
That was the worst interception I've ever seen.
I had one worse.
Are we supposed to be writing these down?
Yes.
Yeah.
We write them down every time so we can review them.
Paul, you got another pick coming? Oh,
I do. Kendall, do you care to...
Yes, the 2000s were selected.
Okay.
Well, this was a no-brainer. Go ahead and take Brian. Your pick, Mass.
What'd you say?
Brian.
Oh.
I don't care if it's the best pick.
It's a good pick.
When you have a chance to take your favorite player, you take him. Surprised Mark didn't take OBJ. You guy was happy with
I
that.
tell you.
Didn't even
We
think
thought
of that.
about it.
Massey?
I'm looking.
You don't remember when? You don't remember that one season with when Marvin Harrison played on the Steelers?
It's a great
Yeah, it
year.
was his worst year.
If that happened, Kendall would own every Marvin Harrison jersey that was ever
It's
available.
true.
He likes Marvin Harrison more than he likes any Steelers receiver all time.
No.
Yes. Kendall, who's your favorite Steelers receiver all time?
All time?
I know who it is, too.
Ward.
I know who it is. It's not Hines Ward. I know who it is. And if you say any other name, you're a fucking liar.
I mean, I like San Antonio Holmes.
No,
so
it's not him. It's Mike Wallace.
I do like Mike Wallace.
Mike Wallace was your favorite Steelers receiver of all time.
I was sad to see him go.
Well, when you can't catch the ball.
They paid the right guy
I don't disagree.
until he got brain damage.
Yeah, they paid the right guy until they didn't.
I'm going to take Michael Strahan.
It's Strahan with an M.
Okay, I'm thinking that.
It's Michael Strahan.
All right.
Co-sack leader all time.
You said it's the 2000s, right?
2000s.
Yeah.
Mark, just take Troy
Fuck,
Polamalu.
you know who you should pick.
Troy Polamalu, you should take him.
Yeah.
You don't want him, but it would really make Kyle upset.
It would just be really cool if, like, the real good safety from that division played on one of our teams.
Oh my god! Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Hope your next tournament you shoot a plus 37.
It's also not even close that Ed Reed is better than Polamalu.
No, I mean, I fully subscribe to that, and I mean it every time I say it.
Why did you say thank you, Kyle?
Troy Polamalu didn't even make the all-decade team for the 2000s. It was Brian Doggins and Ed Reed.
But I'm going to take Troy Polamalu.
There you go.
I am up.
You are up.
Tore your hole.
And Kendall, don't forget, you get your one. I can take someone else's pick. So do you want to take Troy Polamalu? I'm surprised Kyle didn't use it.
You know, I should have done that right from the get-go.
I didn't hear that part.
It was a joke. I was just poking fun at Kyle.
Oh.
All right.
Because I would have used that already.
Yeah, well, you didn't, so no, you can't.
I am taking Jerome Bettis here.
As a Ram or as a Steeler?
As a Steeler.
Both are options. Now, he was a Ram in the 90s, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was better as a Ram anyway.
And I am
The guy Kendall dreams to be.
I'm ecstatic. I got my pick. You know, I was lucky enough to get Aaron Donald the round before.
Kendall?
You know, Messi, you had the chance to do what I did to you.
You know what's a really funny conversation, too, is like Rebecca must have had that conversation with her racist mother, where she was like, oh, no, his Facebook picture is Plies, but he really wants to be Jerome Bettis. Well, who's that? It's almost worse.
All right,
Kendall,
spinning the wheel.
Spin that wheel.
Fucking spin it, you bitch.
God, it takes so long to
God
spin.
damn it, Kendall.
Well, maybe if you pick the slower wheel, you dumb fuck.
Kendall, if you could hurry the fuck up, this would be
Listen,
great.
Oh, man, back to the 70s.
I did not calibrate the wheel.
We're going
Is
back
it
to the
back to the
70s. Yeah.
Back to
God
the
damn it.
70s.
Going Dan Marino.
Oh, I remember his son as a Ram.
Long-time Giant.
Mock wishes.
You know what really sucks is that, like, I want to pick more Giants, but they had a real short window. And the Steelers were pretty good in the 70s.
Whoop. Somebody dropped a can on a... Never mind.
Oh, that's pick.
It's been really funny when we all pick really great teams and get stuck with like fucking 2000s Rams quarterbacks.
Hey.
Well, there's only one good one. Like, there's only one.
Yeah, Mark Bolger.
No.
Paul, you took
Yes.
Lambert, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Take him, Kendall.
I hate that Kyle does this because he doesn't know who he's taking.
I think I know who he's taking.
It's so true.
Just take him, Kendall. Come on. I mean, yes, please just say a name, but
All right,
Kyle doesn't know who you're taking.
I mean, let's give me a break. You know, some people, you know, were doing their taxes.
Hurry the fuck up.
I'm gonna take Jack Ham.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, Kyle, don't do that.
I did. Franco Harris, go.
Oh, is it back to me?
Yeah.
Do I really have to take another Steeler?
No, Kyle's fourth. It's Kyle's turn.
I already went.
Just what'd you
Kyle
take?
took Franco Harris.
Oh, you mean the guy that didn't even deserve that catch?
I don't care.
He wasn't even the best running back on the Steelers.
You know, I actually read a thing where he had another football tucked under his jersey
I believe
during
it.
that play.
Hang on. I don't want that
He's on 70steelers.com.
That's pretty good.
Well, now I'm in the thing. Oh, okay.
Don't fucking
Like
do
Dick,
it.
Dick Butkus.
God damn it. You almost made it back.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. He had a short career, so I'll give it to you.
On the 70s All-Decade team.
Yeah, he played 2 years in that all-decade team.
I actually have to think about this now. God damn it.
None of us won tight end yet.
His tight ends haven't been good until.
I can't wait for the opportunity to pick Kevin Rudolph.
As a Giant.
You mean Kyle Rudolph?
I sure did.
Good one, Kendall.
Yeah, but you laughed at the joke. I get 37 cents on the dollar every time you laugh.
Man.
Shut up, Kendall. Got me.
I will take Jack Youngblood.
This guy's like a Rams
So-
fan or something.
Talking Tremaine Youngblood.
No. Paul.
I'm gonna take Harold Jackson.
All right.
I'm gonna pretend like I know who that is. And
The best receiver the Rams have ever had.
Spinning the wheel.
I mean, statistically, he's the best.
There's no way he's above Bruce.
He's better than Bruce.
Bruce finished fourth all time in yards.
And Harold Jackson's better.
What's Harold Jackson?
Doesn't matter. Harold Jackson was the best receiver in the 1970s. Suck it.
I am Bruce.
And Paul will get the 80s.
Let's see. There's so many good teams, so many good players. So many people that didn't play for our team.
Yep.
Man, I'm really torn between two people. Who do I want to piss off more?
It's not going to piss me off.
I wasn't talking about you.
Oh, okay.
Who do I want to piss off more, myself or the other person?
The other person. That'd be, well, which one? Kyle or Kendall?
I'm going to take Lawrence
The
Taylor.
other person. Not the other person.
I'm
My one chance to take a Giant.
I'm going to take Lawrence Taylor and my flex.
Yeah, he was going to be in my flex, too.
It was between him and somebody else. Who's next?
I am.
Massey.
It really sucks when you realize you have to look at our team. So I remember I was just looking at it. I'm like, said 1980s first thing you get into Joe Montana. I'm like, never mind. Fuck. Massey, you could take Jim McMahon here and have the best
I
headband
could take Jim
of all
McMahon.
time. He was also a Viking.
Was he?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that.
He was a Packer too.
He was a Packer too.
Yeah, I knew he was a Packer. I didn't know he was a Viking.
Yep.
Did he play for the Lions?
No, Kyle, because nobody likes the Lions.
Man, this must be our team's thing. Is really fucking me up.
People who like the Lions, Kyle, are the same types of people who like the fucking Athletics. Losers.
Should I pick one or two?
3.
1 or 2.
1.5.
1 or 2.
One.
Just pick one.
Mel Blatt.
It's already been taken.
I already picked.
Did you? Oh fuck! All right.
Jesus.
Then Eric Dickerson.
He had one good season.
Dude wore glasses.
Yeah, what a fucking asshole. Who's up next?
Mock.
Me,
Mock, do what I did to
And-
you.
my defensive flex should be Carl Banks.
All right. Souls?
Mike Singletary.
There you go. That's the guy you should have taken, Mock.
Yeah.
Didn't want him.
Who the fuck is Carl Banks, by the way?
Somebody on the all-decade team that he found?
He was a
He
linebacker.
was a linebacker for the Giants.
Oh,
That wasn't better than Mike
I don't know.
Singletary.
Right. He was better.
I said that wasn't better.
I said he was.
You're wrong.
Oh, Ron Rivera was a linebacker for this team.
Yeah, Ron Rivera was a linebacker on the 85 Bears.
Did he start?
Jeff
No.
Fisher was on that team as well.
Yeah, Jeff Fisher was also on that team. He was a cornerback.
He played corner.
Yep. And
I
return-
love that guy even more.
He didn't play.
He did not play. He was a return specialist as well, but he did not play.
He was a returner. I wouldn't say specialist.
Right, that implies they did some good things.
He did a lot of hand waving, if you know what I'm saying. Kendall, you're up.
Oh, it's me?
Yeah.
I am taking at tight end Mark Bavaro.
Spin it. Come on, we got to start going.
I know, sorry, I'm a slow typer. Oh, Mark Bavaria, perfect.
Spin.
I don't can't get the cursor to show up.
It's right there. You're so blind. Maybe if you had fucking tortoiseshell glasses, you could see.
It's a really small
It's not.
arrow.
On a 32-inch screen. 1990s.
Okay.
You don't have your pick yet, Kendall?
Kind of an interesting time period for a lot of our teams here.
Yeah, we were all bad.
Hey, not great.
Okay, I'm going to take Carnell Lake for my defensive back.
All right, give me one quick second.
Just so you know, Kai, you can't take Carnell Lake.
Oh, what?
You sure?
All right, I'm taking Marshall Falk.
Let's go big.
It is a good pick. Better than Eric Dickerson.
Better than Carl Banks. Sorry, Mike. I don't know who he is.
Carl Banks is good, Kyle.
I'm sure he was. I just don't know. He's just a member of Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Carlton, you asshole.
Oh, sorry.
I like how he said, you asshole. It's really added in there.
Man. I am in some trouble.
You and me both, bud.
I need 13
Here's a
points
cool
in 2 minutes.
article.
Does that happen?
What?
I need the Hornets and Bucks to score 13 points in 2 minutes.
I told you to take the under, Kyle.
The Hornets didn't score tonight.
I told
Why
you
he
to
told
take...
you to take the under.
Yeah, I told you to take the under, you dumbass.
Whatever. I hit on the Kings.
Oh, all right. Didn't play for any of our teams.
Who
It's
was
not the
it?
best.
Who was it, Mark?
Shannon Sharp.
Digging real tight into that tight end window.
Well, the problem is that I got all offensive spots left. And, all right. Going 90s. Shit.
Take Neil O'Donnell.
I wouldn't necessarily agree with that.
Super Bowl quarterback.
This is true.
Yeah. He threw the game.
Kyle, you really put the Super Bowl quarterback argument into effect for Jimmy G. I don't think you could take it away for Neil O'Donnell.
Neil O'Donnell was significantly worse.
All he did was win, Kyle.
He didn't. He had one good year, and then he was bad.
Did he go to the Super Bowl twice with the Steelers?
No.
Just once.
Once.
He had a really weird career. There's this video that always pops up every so often where when he was playing for the Bengals and he beats the Steelers, pisses me off every time I watch it.
He went to the Jets afterwards, didn't he?
I think so.
Yeah, he sat behind Vinny. I think. Vinny was around for a while.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Who you taking?
Just kind of verifying something here.
I've noticed a trend
All right.
here. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Interrupt.
I was just going to say that I don't know if anyone has picked a quarterback yet, and we're kind of really getting down there.
I did.
I can't wait to end up with Cordell Stewart.
I'm taking Amani Toomer.
Nice.
I'm taking Rod Woodson.
No, you're not, because it's my pick first, and that's who I was taking.
You like how smug he is? Like he's just a real dick.
That was pretty rough. No.
It wasn't who he was taking either. That's the best part.
It is.
No,
I've
it
been
wasn't.
staring at that the entire time.
No, you weren't.
While he was saying that, he has a little bowl of water he's dunking his fingers in to clean it before.
Like a fucking Chinese hibachi bitch. He's so mean to me. Specifically to me, only me. Makes no sense.
Just you.
I mean, you're not mean to anybody else in the chat.
That's true.
I pretty much get all the flack here.
No, you don't, Kyle.
That wasn't necessarily directed at you. I was going to say that you.
Can you just hurry the fuck up?
I gotta think now.
Who are you saying that to?
Whoever's up. I was thinking to Massey, but I just remembered he picked.
End? Or a linebacker, I'm sorry.
What's the criteria here? What did we say it was? They had to have played for the team during that time frame.
Yep.
And you get their career as a player in that
Right.
team.
So look, Kyle took Marshall Faulk, but he only played 1 year. But it's fine.
So is that what we're going with?
Yeah, I mean,
All right, I'll take Kurt Warner.
That's all right. Kurt Warner won the Super Bowl in '99.
Did he? Why did I pick Marshall Faulk then?
I don't know.
Because you had a quarterback.
I think I thought we were picking 2000s.
Well, we weren't. Spin it.
I'd like to change my pick.
It's gonna be a real bummer when it lands on the 2010s and I can't pick Mitch Trubisky. Spin. Please don't land on the 90s again.
Be really funny.
All right, 2010s.
No Trubisky.
No, he played in the 2010s.
But you just picked quarterback.
Yeah, offensive flex. I made that position up right now.
What we have 2010.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry. All right, I have a couple people in mind.
Missed it by 2 points.
Told you. You don't listen to me.
How much money would you won?
Like $19.
Nice.
Not really too worried about it.
That could have been a bunch of McDoubles.
It's just a bummer, like that I made the stipulation that you only get their time on your team. That's the only thing that sucks.
What's the year?
2010s.
Sorry, I'm just thinking. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's quite all right.
Sorry. Sorry. This is hard.
Yeah, this is difficult. This is for sure difficult. An asshole who it is, whoever thought of this.
Listen, whatever you pick, Master's going to tell you that he already picked him.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, well, I'm next, so fuck you, because you're a dirty bitch. That's what he's going to say. Because he hates me.
This is also true.
I don't know why he hates me, but I won't tell him why. I know it, and that's all that matters.
As long as you know it.
All right.
Hey, you could get Dexter McCluster here.
It's true. It's true. I didn't even think of that. Fuck. I'm gonna take Le'Veon Bell.
Darn. I actually was going to pick him.
Sucks.
Now I just have to pick Anthony McFarland.
Pick Jordan Howard.
Oh, yeah.
There's a player I really want to pick to spite Kendall.
Come on, do it, man.
He's never going to be picked, so I'm not going to do it.
Come on.
Have you ever done any of these things with Kendall? There's a pretty good chance this guy's picked.
Yeah, but I don't fucking want him.
He was going to try to pull an offensive lineman here.
See, neither does Kendall, but he's still going to take him. All right, let's go. We gotta get moving. I know I stalled too, but Cooper Kupp, okay.
Cooper Kupp.
Todd Gurley's still available.
Yeah.
He is.
I'll take Todd.
You get the rise and the decline.
What year was the decline?
2019?
Ah, but that was a Falcon. I don't get that year.
No, that was 2020.
Yeah. You get the 2019 year where he didn't play.
All right.
You have everything else through the 2010s where he did play. Where he was the offensive rookie of the year and the offensive player of the year.
He's going down.
I'm going Heath Miller.
Heath, good pick.
And I will take Mr. Brandon Marshall.
Nice, good pick. Good
Number
pick.
15, I believe, on Chicago. I think he was 15 almost every.
You don't want his Giant seasons? Sorry.
I thought he was. I didn't think he was a Giant. I thought it was just a Jet.
No, he was a Giant.
He was a Giant, a Jet, a Seahawk.
He had the esteemed pleasure of playing
Giant,
for
Jet,
both those teams.
Seahawk, Bronco, Dolphin, and Bear.
For the Giants, you
two-time wife beater, one-time 30 for 30 star.
Well, you know,
Do you have a 30 for 30 about him?
He made it through a few games.
All right, Kendall, and you get the 2010s run it back.
Run it back.
Who's a Dolphin, too?
Yikes.
We're doing 2010s again?
Yeah.
Gross.
Okay.
Why?
That's what the wheel landed on.
Gross.
I'm just going to confirm this real quick. In my defensive flex,
Carl Banks.
I will take James Harrison.
Kyle?
Yeah, just give me a quick second.
We'll curve a second if you want.
No, it's like the first time I've asked for a second.
That's not true.
Yeah, because you actually asked for a quick second, which I think is past. So, your pick?
Sure, dick.
All right.
All right, this is hard.
Kyle, just pick him.
I don't want to pick him.
But pick him anyways.
All right, fuck it. Victor Cruz. He was good
Nice.
for like 3 years.
He had 8 good seasons. All right. Well, there's no tight end to take. I guess a running back. But I'm taking Eli Manning.
Damn.
That wasn't that bad of a pick.
Jared Goff. At least he went to a Super Bowl.
Oh, man, that makes me so fucking mad when guys get tackled at the 1 yard line. Fuck! God damn it.
Yeah, ready for that nice 15-yard run they're about to get?
It's not how that works.
Yes, it is.
All right, did anybody take OBJ?
No.
I'm going to take him.
That's the guy I should have
pick.
picked. I went with Victor Cruz off of 2 seasons.
All right, and Kendall went to P, but he spun the wheel, so we're on the 80s.
Still gross.
So it's back-to-back on me. Trying to think. Sorry, hold on. I'm thinking.
It's funny, no matter what, whenever the 80 shows up, like, oh, Joe Montana! And it's a bummer every time.
Hey, can I take a guy that played the position but coached for one of our teams at that time and get him at that position?
No, you cannot take Tika.
That wasn't where I was going. So fuck you, you fucker. Yeah, that's right.
Carl Banks.
Carl Banks is where I was going. Let's see.
Oh, dude, Joe Montana.
Oh, thank you.
Solid pick.
So torn. I'm so torn. Sorry. Alright, I'm gonna take. Fuck it. I'm gonna take Emery Moorhead. No one knows who that is.
Nope.
It's a tight end. Played for the Bears in the 80s.
I am. Let's see.
He averaged like 400 yards and a touchdown in the 80s.
Yeah, that works.
Well, whatever.
Give me a second here.
I'm gonna rank these.
Man, these are some names. Boy. Hold on, let me verify something. Damn. All right, I guess guess I'll take Benny Cunningham, longtime Steelers tight end.
There you go.
I think he did most of his damage as a running back.
Wasn't funny, Kendall.
It was meant to be truthful.
All right. I picked.
Ben Cunningham.
Yes.
Taking running back Joe Morris.
Nice. Souls?
Take a defensive lineman, Dan Hampton.
Did Hampton play for any of our teams?
Yeah, he was on the Bears.
What year?
Oh, let me find it.
Did you say offensive lineman?
No, he was a first-round pick. He was outstanding and versatile defensive lineman who earned honors at both defensive end and defensive tackle.
Oh. Is he the one who, I think I know who that is.
Yep.
All right.
He's all 80s decade team, so.
He was the voice of the dog and All Dogs Go to Heaven. That's why Massey knows who he is.
Okay.
Actually, I finally watched the movie.
I'm taking Phil Simms here. And then spinning for our last round, 2010s.
Spin for a different decade. We've done that twice.
Nope.
Hey,
totally
what
haven't
does everyone have left?
I have a running back.
Thanks.
All right, Kendall has a running back. Massey, what do you have?
Wide receiver.
Okay. Souls?
Defensive flex.
Okay. Mock?
Tight end.
And I have corner.
Spin for a different decade.
No, let's spin for a different decade. So we can all just pick from that. So, Kyle, do you know who you're taking? You and I are the only ones that have defense left, so.
From the 2010s?
Yeah, you would go before me, so do you know who you're taking?
Give me 1 second.
All right, you're not going to take the same guy I'm taking. I'm going to take Charles Tillman.
All right. I'll take Lance Briggs.
All right. Were you going to take Tillman or no?
No.
All right.
I'm the only one that needs a tight end, right?
Yeah, so you can just pick any tight end that played for our teams.
So Greg Olson works?
Yeah, but you get him as a Bear, and yikes.
Yeah, but I mean, the other option I can only think of is like fucking Evan Ingram, and I don't want that.
Martellus Bennett?
I forgot about Martellus Bennett.
Martellus Bennett. Jeremy Shockey was he a Giant in the 2010s?
2000s.
You can take Jared Cook as a Ram.
You could take Tyler Higbee as a Ram and do better.
Nah, it's kind of the same.
Kevin Boss.
There you go.
I don't think he was on the team then.
Yeah, he was. So funny.
I don't. He came out. It was 2007. He only played.
Mass,
like one more
who are you
season
taking?
with the Giants.
I'm still looking.
But yeah, I'll take Martellus Bennett.
Martellus Bennett. There's something unicorn. I forget what it was.
Oh man, you go who we should have taken.
Who?
I'll make an honorary pick at the end of this draft.
Do you want me to say Fuck You, Kendall, or do you want me to pick my actual pick?
Just take your pick. It's different positions. Who cares?
No. It's a fuck you, Kendall, for taking him.
Oh.
Yeah. Just really fucking get in there.
Mock, we'll tie.
Middle time.
You know what, Kendall?
What do you got?
Oh man, nudes leaked from the bachelorette party at Alexa Bliss.
And wrapping up.
Do you think if that happened, he would end the show without us signing off?
Yeah, 1000%.
It would probably just get really quiet over here. All right. I'm gonna wrap up. I think I'm gonna just take Jordan Howard.
All right. Massey, did your pick?
I took Mike Wallace.
Okay. All right. All right. So they kind of kept up. We don't have to review it. Because
we're gonna make an honorary pick of B.W. Webb.
Gross.
He's the closest we have to a guy that's played for all of our teams.
I know.
All right, real quick before we do our beer reviews and sign off, because we have about 8 minutes. Real quick, I just want to go through it. Everybody, send your pictures to Kendall for him to judge. So the task was an item most desirable for Kendall to own that belongs to your spouse.
I actually have to go take a picture of that. Hold on.
Oh my God, Massey.
We could do mine next week.
No, we got.
I actually have Mox handy.
Yeah, we'll fit them both in, man. We got them. It'll be real quick. We'll just send them to Mock too. Just send them to Mock. Send them to Kendall.
I'll
Alright,
take
hold
the
on.
picture.
Let me put
You know,
Mox
hold on.
first.
Can you take a picture for me? I gotta hold it up.
All right. So, Mock, the thing I'm sending you was actually gifted to me last night by Samantha, so it's not something that like you just want. Just so you know.
Mock, yours is a real hit or miss on whether you even know what this is. If you do, though, you're gonna love it.
This is
Mock,
for-
I
this
lost.
is for Mock.
Anti-dolls.
It is.
Mock, I lost.
What?
I lost.
Why?
All right, Mock.
Go fine.
Mine's first, and obviously Kendall's square head is his. Who got you that, Rebecca?
That's Rebecca's.
Oh, that's what I meant. Yeah, it does.
All right, hold on. I gotta go grab the.
Oh shit! So I can't submit mine because it's technically mine. Shit. I think it should have to come in last.
Tell you what, I got some really weird stuff sent my way.
So wait, Paul, the first thing, you have that?
So I made the mistake. It's not mine. It is mine.
That's fine.
I don't physically have it, but like she bought it for me.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So Mark, this one's I obviously come in last place, but here you go.
No, Kyle comes in
Nah.
last place.
Mine comes in last place for like legal reasons.
Just waiting on Massey.
I told you I was gonna be bad.
So, I think Massey wins. 'Cause I remember this as a kid. It was like a Pokemon board game.
Yeah, but
But it was kind of like it was almost like Risk.
Yeah, but do you really want it?
I actually do.
Yeah, but who would you play it with?
Although this looks like a fucking eBay photo.
Yeah, it's not real. See?
So then, if Massey's is fake, then I think Kendall wins.
I didn't feel like taking out the board game, but that is sitting downstairs.
Nah, that's an eBay photo. You called it right, Mark.
It is, but that's sitting downstairs. I'll go set it up if you want me to, real quick.
We don't have time for it.
Listen, I think we fire up the cameras. Kendall, who won yours?
It's a bit of a cop out because.
Well, you gotta tell real quick. Just tell us what they are.
Oh, sorry. So Massey's is the Pokemon board game. Kendall's appears to be like a office themed blanket.
Yep.
Paul sent me two.
The first one doesn't count, and the second one you shouldn't say. Oh
The
wait,
first
hold on.
one is
I got this one. I'm sending you this. This is actually Samantha's. It's Samantha and Amelia's. And then so it's Kyle's.
Kyle just sent me a picture of a fucking owl. So he lost.
But Mock like owls, I thought, Kyle.
It's an owl candle.
Oh, that's very funny.
Kyle,
I forgot this.
Paul, were you sending something else?
I sent it to you right now. This is actually Samantha and Amelia's. They bought this together without me. It doesn't.
Okay.
It's not going to win, but it's just a legit submission.
That's cool.
I forgot the thing that I had wasn't hers.
So we're gonna go Massey, Kendall, Paul, Kyle.
Nice. I didn't come in last. Cool.
I was really on the fence about whether you knew or whether you'd played that game. If you hadn't, you were gonna be like, "The fuck is this?" No, last place.
All right.
All right, Kendall. What'd you get from
Just
Kyle?
keep in mind, you didn't send me an owl candle.
Kyle, what did Kyle send to you, Kendall?
Kyle sent me a Budweiser Stein with the horses on it.
Yeah, you already have that.
Real quick.
Oh, so you got a cool photo?
No, there's an owl candle in it.
I copped out a little bit on Kendall's because I was just prepared for Mox today.
Massey
I said to do both.
Massey,
Right, I had Mox planned since last week.
Massey texted me an image of the Full House DVDs.
So he came in last.
Yeah, the season set. So this is an interesting one. Mock sent me this image of it's like some Canadian geese on a blanket and a creepy bear. I don't exactly know what it is.
It's a pretty sweet painting, man.
It's a.
Is it the same thing you submitted last week for me?
It is.
All right, so Mock is coming in last.
No, hold on. You would rather have that than the Full House box set.
Here's the thing about it. And, this made me laugh so hard today. When you add the thing for Kendall, I was like, I can use the same picture because I could bring this to Kendall's house and he'll fucking hang it on his wall.
And then Paul sent me, this is amazing, Cornhuskers lotion, heavy duty hand treatment. At first I thought it was
made from corn.
At first I thought it was like booze, and then I opened it up.
No, Samantha bought this lotion at Marshall's, and it's Cornhuskers lotion made from corn. It's lotion made from corn.
Jesus Christ.
All right. So I will go just because it's a repeat offender. Mock, Massey, Souls, Paul.
So we just went 1 to 4. Nice.
All right. Real quick beer reviews. Mock, how was your Budweiser?
It was good. You know,
Souls,
good job.
how was your free beer?
It was good. You know.
What was it? How was it? Just real quick.
Tropical something IPA. I forgot
Nice.
what it was downstairs.
All right.
From the Souls Collection, Cosmic Paradise from Sloop Brewing. It's a New England IPA, 7%. Wasn't super like citrusy or didn't really have components of. I mean, I don't know if I was kind of anticipating more of a West Coast IPA or anything like that. Very serviceable beer. Would get again. We'll call it 3.9 out of 5.
Would you buy it again?
I would not.
I
Because I didn't buy it.
I had the Old Ghoulish from Abomination Brewing out of North Haven, a American lager. I mean, it just drinks kind of like a craft everyday lager. Definitely super crushable. You could crush a 12-pack of these tailgating. Decent hop. Decent hop notes. Nothing crazy. 3.2. But I'd get it again from a crushable standpoint. Make sure to subscribe to all the PPRN Radio Network happenings, Kendall.
The Peter Pino Show, Wednesdays at 7:30. Koyorama, Sundays at 2. Friday Night Delight, Fridays at 5. Getting Supposed to Drunk, Mondays at 8.
That's us.
The Gray Area with Aaron Kinnard, Tuesdays at 8. Hell F and Yeah is live Mondays at 6, and the replay is Mondays at 4 from the previous week. It's the Boo Show, Thursdays at 7, and every other week is Saturday Mixtape, just coming off Mixtape Saturday, so stay tuned in 2 weeks' time for the upcoming lineup.
Subscribe and listen to Getting Sports Drunk on all your platforms, which are Mock.
Find us on Facebook at Getting Sports with Drunk, Twitter and Instagram at GSWD_4.
Make sure to use the hashtag GSWD for all your daily uses, whether it's using an eBay screenshot to prove you have something that you don't have, or double dipping on a goose photo.
It's a good photo. Like, subscribe, review on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Getting Sports with Drunk. Next week, we'll have our mega NFL offseason simulation show. Hopefully, everybody live in studio to make it go a little smooth. And until then, I'm your hostess, Cupcake, the Riddler.
I'm Mock.
Sheen Latable.
No.
I'm Startled Souls.
I'm surprised the Masquerade Massey.
And the Rutherford Baron.
You were confused. You were confused. You were confused. You were confused.
Yeah.